shit can't stand it up. Otherwise,
Did you mute the sound?
I did.
Okay,
That is good.
I'm going to send Chucky in.
We're live.
I just came from the dentist today, and I got my teeth dirty.
If you want that to be on the air, you have to get closer to the mic.
I just came from the dentist today, and I just got my teeth dirty again.
Let me see.
She said
Let me
lay
see.
off of
Give me a smile.
carbohydrates.
Yeah.
I got the little stuff.
Yeah. No. I just see white and smiling. I think pretty sure I just saw my face in your teeth.
Oh,
It's beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Welcome to Rule 62. This is our Wednesday night podcast down here at Will Work for Recovery that is located at 4026. I was going to say, I almost had it backwards. I was going to say 62. 4026
Make sure you give a long 0,
Washington Avenue North.
or else you won't get here. Google will not bring you to
Yeah,
the right
if you don't put
place.
that long 0 in, Google will definitely bring you to the wrong place. So I want to welcome everybody to our second show. Last week was a phenomenal kickoff. We had a lot of viewers. We had a lot of engagement. Please keep that up. Give us your comments. We'll post them on there. We'll get to them. If you have questions, we'll get to them. If you have questions for the audience, post them up so we can bring them on the show. As of right now, we have our first couple of guests, and I will introduce them to you in just a moment. In the quick spout of things, we want to give shout outs to the people that make these things possible. One is the Will Work, and we already mentioned they're at 4026 Washington Avenue North.
You have to elongate the 0.
4026 Washington Avenue North.
4026.
We also want to give thanks to Heights Pizza Man. They are in Columbia Heights, and they have supplied our show with pizza tonight. And they are located at 4045 Central Avenue North. And for all of our listeners, I got very selfish there in the moment.
My listeners.
For all of our listeners, there is a discount available to you if you go down and you share that you're in recovery. They will give you the same discount that they give our show.
Amen.
Left to your own devices, these people become your property. But also, I picked those pizzas up today from the most beautiful, giant, lovable bear man.
Chris is fantastic.
Yes,
Isn't he?
Chris is wonderful.
I love Chris.
It just talking to him was like being hugged by a squishy bear.
And it makes you want to enjoy his pizza.
and go enjoy it again. And I was looking at the menu, and they have frozen pieces you can take home.
I forgot about that.
Oh, I didn't, because
Yeah.
I just read it, and I've been thinking about it the whole way here.
Yeah, I've gotten some of their frozen pizzas before. It's actually great.
Mm.
So it was really a great thing when I talked to Chris today about getting some pizza for our show, and he goes, absolutely, and he cut us a pretty steep discount for the pizzas that we got. So thank you again, Chris. And
Recovery pizza.
Recovery pizza.
That's what it is today.
So thank you, Heights Pizza Man, located in Columbia Heights. Want to bring out that there is the third annual Spring Fling here at Will Work for Recovery. I believe it's luau themed fundraiser. They have prizes for the best dressed. There's kids games, relay races, and tug of war.
Awesome.
9 a.m. There's a pancake breakfast for $10. There's a barbecue to follow at 1 p.m. with chicken, brats, and sides for $10. This is going to be on June 7th, and they have limited $5 meal tickets, and it's at Boom Island Pavilion over at 724 Sibley Street Northeast.
Oh, sorry.
It was a long ad.
Let's go.
We get our ads, we got our sponsors, all these other things.
We have sponsors.
Somewhat,
Got to keep everybody connected.
and we do have our sponsors.
Who has a sponsor?
I do.
I have a sponsor,
I got a
and he has
sponsor.
a sponsor, and so forth.
He's got a sponsor. I don't know who the next one's sponsor is, but I know he's got one.
I know my sponsor, who his sponsor is, and I know who his sponsor is. Beyond that, I lose the trail.
Yeah.
But you know who sponsors us in staying clean?
God.
That is
Amen.
God.
Who sponsors our bodies from smelling like ass?
So we have the Armor of Yah, and these are soaps that have been given to us on the show. They are made here at Will Work for Recovery. They smell fantastic. Here, let's get Ryan's reaction.
I feel more sober already.
Oh,
If you look on the back,
Clean and sober.
it's Armor of Yah. So we have that. And I'm going to bring Chucky on now. He is the person who made and gave us this soap. Chucky, tell me about this Armor of Yah.
Oh, boy, I don't even know where to begin.
Is it edible?
It probably is more tastier than what's that? Lutefisk.
Oh.
It has the same ingredient that lutefisk does. It's got lye in it, and that's what. So if you take a bite out of that, it probably tastes better than lutefisk.
You're lying.
And I'll get you one too.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll get you one too. And I tasted the pizza, and I just wanted to just say that I could tell it was made with love because it was really delicious.
Mhm.
That's good. I am Kurt. I took myself off camera so I can eat pizza.
I'm actually kind of jealous that I don't have any more on my plate. I just wanted one more slice.
Hey,
Just one more.
I like the one thing I like to say about the armor of Yah. It kills germs that would ordinarily get under your skin that cause incarceration. And it'll keep you from breaking out in shackles.
One thing I know that if I'm using that soap, I'm not ingesting alcohol or drugs.
That's true. It's got anointed olive oil, coconut oil, distilled water,
Mhm.
cinnamon, oatmeal, lye, and the main ingredients like the pizza is love.
Did you notice, Jake, that none of those ingredients were meth?
Now that you mention it, I did not
Yeah,
hear meth
this is-
being an ingredient.
This is great soap.
Hey, can I just say something really quick?
Absolutely.
I'm 70 days today clean.
Nice.
Amen.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
I'll say the same thing to you that everybody who came before me says. You got a good start.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mhm.
I really do. Like some people might say, weed, big deal. What's the big deal? Well, to me, it was a big deal.
Well, if it affects you, if it affects me from the neck up, it's a big deal.
Yeah,
It causes things to become a big deal, I should say.
exactly. And there's plenty of people in jail and prison who have gotten in a lot of trouble because of it. And I can just tell you, with me, it's not a good look. And coming to Will Work for Recovery has been a real amazing move for me and my family. My kids in particular love that I'm here.
Now, Chucky, I know you do a prayer over the soap as you're making the soap.
Correct.
Can you
correct.
share that prayer with us?
Yeah,
Lead us.
this prayer, it's in Hebrew. It's straight out of the Torah. This is the prayer that Jesus said to the disciples and to the masses of people. And it's my wish that when I sprinkle in the ingredients, it's sprinkled in and spoken this prayer. And I pray that whoever uses the soap, that they'll receive the blessing that I'm putting into it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Mhm.
Makes sense to me.
So when I make the soap, this is the prayer that I say, hoping that whoever uses the soap, that they'll receive this blessing. And I'll say it like Jesus said it in Hebrew, and then I'll do it in English. So are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm chomping at the bit, man. Let's do it.
Hey, can I get a little reverb?
I don't even know the sound effects on this board.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay, here's the prayer. Sprinkled in and spoken. Yivarechecha Adonai Vayishmarecha Ya'er Adonai Pinavalecha Vichunecha Yaseh Adonai Pinavalecha V'yasemblecha Shalom. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May he shine his face upon you and be gracious to you. And may he turn his face towards you and give you peace. In Jesus' precious name I pray. Amen.
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 Well, thank you, Chucky. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you giving us the soap. I will be, last time I got soap from you, it was probably close to a year ago.
Oh, wow.
And my wife loved it.
Oh, excellent.
So she made it a point of, I brought it to the house and I showed her it, and I would be very careful with it. And then suddenly she was using it all the time.
You know what? One of my favorite things to do with the soap is when you lather it and like the bubbles rise up in the letters. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So it's got in Paleo Hebrew, it's got the word of God on it. So it says Yahweh in Paleo Hebrew. So when you use it, you're actually spreading the word of God.
I love that.
Cool.
That's great.
And I'll get you one too.
Thank you. You're going worldwide. That was beautiful.
Oh, and my goal is to give people who are in prison something to look forward to when they get out, which would be a job making soap. That's what I want to do. People who are in recovery. All right, I know I got to go.
Chucky, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you,
And
everyone.
we'll bring you back on at the beginning of the show next week.
Thank you.
So who do I got down here?
Thanks, guys.
What are you clamming up for?
Oh, what am I climbing up for?
Yeah, let's get a little close to the microphone.
Yeah, get on the microphone like it owes you money.
Oh,
Yeah. There you go.
No.
See how close I am?
Oh,
There you
yes.
go.
Okay, that
Get
makes
it.
sense. Okay.
What's your name?
Isante.
Isante. That sounds like a spell almost. Like you're putting me under a spell. Like the way you say it too. Like I'm ready to hear anything you got to say.
What do you have to say?
Love is life and life is living.
Where'd
You
you hear
gotta-
that?
Mm.
Are you quoting something, or is that?
No, it came to me.
All right.
I heard
We
a
can-
song and I heard a song and it just made
Look
sense.
at that. Last week he kept us hydrated. Today he keeps us fed.
I didn't eat dinner because of this. I told this was happening.
You knew.
I was told this was happening earlier
Oh.
today. I was
Yeah,
told
we
this
got
was
in
happening.
touch
Fast all
around
throughout the
around
day.
1:30, and I was like, "Hey, if I do this, could you pick it up?"
We do this weird thing where we talk to each other outside of here.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Outside of meetings.
Yeah, Ryan's probably one of my closest friends that I have.
I'm
Aw,
glad
thank
that
you,
you told
Jake.
me to reach out to him because you broke it down and I got away with doing one kind thing today.
There you go.
Still got two more to go.
Yeah, have you
but-
ever heard of the pickle jar method?
Oh, once you're pickled,
No,
you
so
can't
if
be a
I grab a
cucumber?
pickle jar and I sit here and I twist on it for 5 minutes and I can't get it to budge,
Mm.
that's like me trying to explain something, right? Like I'm trying to say something and I'm not getting I'm not making headway, or I'm not being able to communicate with that person very well.
Oh,
It's like the pickle jar. I wrench on it for 5 minutes and I say, "Ryan, open this," and he grabs it and goes pop.
Mm.
Right? It's always the second person that gets the pickle lid off the pickle jar.
of course.
So maybe when it comes to trying to, getting a different perspective, I can give you perspective all day long. But maybe I'm not, and you're getting pieces here and pieces there, and maybe it doesn't click all the way. But what Ryan says, or the way he says it, will pop the pickle lid jar.
Yeah.
So it's the pickle jar method.
Just to be clear, I use methods that other people taught me that came before me. For example, with pickle jars, my grandmother, little 5'1" ball of fire, she showed me how to open a jar that she couldn't get open. She raised up her fist and smacked the top of it, and she opened it right up.
Nice.
And I saw that when I was 11. It stuck.
That's the method. every
Yep, that's
time.
my method. Have I ever broken a glass jar doing that? One time,
Oh, wow.
because I'm a bit stronger than she is.
Yeah.
So it's something you
was.
mentioned that you had talked to Ryan here, right? And what did you guys talk about? If you don't mind sharing on the air.
His approach on actually how it takes a long time, but the quickest he's ever seen it done was 5 weeks. And in that 5 week time span, it's just really, you're watching out for everything that people do. No different than how you watch to see if you could take advantage of someone. Now you're watching to see where you can fill in these spaces. And sometimes you get caught, but it's okay
Quickest to do what?
to help somebody else out, to spread that grace, to help people out. Like you want to
Trying to help somebody without getting caught.
yes,
There you
well,
go.
without
There you go.
getting caught, 'cause you don't want to get that validation.
Yeah.
It's
not-
corruption.
it's not about that.
Exactly.
So you've been practicing doing good things without getting caught.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
How do you feel about
always
it?
hard.
You've been doing that for how many days?
I've been doing that, well, officially, successfully with something, because sometimes I'll just give out stuff just to get points. Brownie points. It feels good. But no, it's I'd say about like almost 2 weeks.
Okay. Compare yourself right now to right before you started doing that. Like just how you felt. Not like, oh, I think I was this. How you felt. Do you feel more relaxed now or then?
I feel a lot better that I'm actually not worried about me. I'm trying to do something always for somebody else because that means I'm being beneficial. Like
Mic drop. There you go. Love it. The beautiful.
Awesome. Who do I got here?
My name is Brian W.
Brian.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Brian. This
Thank
is your
you.
first time.
Thank you.
I didn't see you last week, so this is your first. This is both of you
Yeah.
guys' first
Oh
time on
my
the show.
Yeah.
God, that is the best voice I've ever heard.
Thank
In
you.
person.
Thank
Yeah, you have
Appreciate
you
it.
have a good radio voice.
you. Appreciate it.
So, what's your favorite sports team?
Right now, I'd probably say the Timberwolves.
Timberwolves.
Yeah, right now.
All right, just give me a quick play-by with your voice about.
No.
He doesn't do that for free. Come on.
I just want to hear, Ant's got the ball. He's going
That's
down the
right,
court
that's
and
right.
over two defenders.
Yeah. I'll have to practice on that one. Yeah.
All right, well,
I'll practice that one.
you'll bring it back. You'll
Yeah, I'll
do
bring
it.
it back to you next week.
All right,
Yeah.
you will bring it on the show
I
next
can
week.
do that.
All
Yeah,
right, so now we had about 1,500 viewers last week.
Yeah,
so
I heard about that. That was
you
good.
guys will you got probably 1,500 plus. That are going to come back next week
That's
to
good.
see
That's
that.
That's good.
So, tell me about your time here at Willwork. How long you been?
Yeah,
going?
I've been going to Willwork here for about a couple of years. Actually, it was first time was about a couple of years. It was at the old building.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and I was familiar with the podcast back then.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, the
but-
Friday night
yeah, the
with
Friday night,
with
yeah.
Tim.
Yeah, the Friday night, but I never got on. I would sometimes I'd watch it or, hang out afterwards. But now that he's the dad of Wednesday, my buddy Ryder came through it. I thought I'd come by.
So this is your first time on any podcast.
Yeah, my first time on any podcast.
Look at that. Tim, I know you're probably watching or listening, and I'm looking for you right now for your reaction. I got Brian on the podcast before you did.
Now he's been trying to get me on for.
I know. Tim tried to get everybody on his podcast.
Apparently, we needed Jake to be on the podcast
Yeah.
for you to be willing.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Or
Of course.
Ryan.
That's right. Or Ryan. Right.
No.
Yeah.
I haven't met you before. I don't know. You met Jake?
I no.
You probably you might have seen me
Yeah, I've
before.
seen you before.
Okay.
No, it's my first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you being
Yeah.
this show being your first one.
Yeah.
I'm just some creepy looking white guy. He's seen you before. He knows you're
Essence
cool.
on the creepy.
Yes. I have resting creepy face.
Did you try any of the pizza?
I did. It was good. Very
What flavors did you have?
good. Sausage.
You had the
yeah,
pepperoni sausage?
Pepperoni sausage. Yeah,
Awesome.
pretty good. And tonight she cooked because someone had their 8th month, celebrate their 8th month.
Yeah, there is so
Yeah,
much
so there's a lot
Mediterranean
of
food out there.
Really
and
good
there's
food.
What?
there's a
Oh yeah.
right around this corner. There's a bunch of Mediterranean food,
Yeah.
and
Homemade?
I don't know.
I don't know, but it was good.
It's really good.
Very
I
good.
suppose that's irrelevant in this area.
That's right.
Correct.
I've been to some Mediterranean restaurants in this area and I miss them.
Yeah. No.
So there's Mediterranean and cake over there.
good cake too.
Good cake.
Good,
Very
but
good.
screw that cake. I
Very
want
good.
that food.
You had some?
No,
I'm
Why?
tempted. I'm tempted to quit right
Why?
now just for that food.
It's good.
Well, I mean, we still got an hour left of this show, so if you want to get up and go get yourself something, or if we yell for Tim, he might do it.
No,
Oh,
He already got me
nice,
pizza.
nice.
you already got me pizza.
Stone of Hope. So
I have a
Nice.
question.
Yeah.
You've been coming to Willowwork for 2 years.
yeah.
Is that 2 years of continuous sobriety?
No, it's not.
Okay.
I'm over. I think I have about 120 days. right
Okay.
now. Yeah.
Okay.
Right on.
How many times have you left or relapsed and then come back in that 2
Oh,
years?
geez. In the 2 years.
Yeah, in the 2 years.
Once.
Once.
Yeah,
Okay.
once.
Now, judging by your reaction, you've done that before.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
How long you been doing it? How many years?
A good 10, 15.
10, 15.
Yeah,
Okay.
Back
okay.
and forth. Back and forth.
Yep.
Yeah. Recently just got back home. This is my home. Minneapolis is my home. I
Mhm.
spent 25 years out in New York working. So,
Okay.
and then when I got back, it's just been an up and down battle since,
For
Dealing-
sure.
you know,
For sure. I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit now.
sure.
What do you think is different this time for this 180 days compared to the previous amount of time you put together?
I would say a spiritual foundation, my spiritual foundation.
Okay.
Before I I would the God component is very important, for me back then, but I didn't really apply it. I didn't really apply it back then.
So you just kind of got to know it,
Kinda got
but
to know it. Had
you got to know it up
somewhat-
here.
Yeah, somewhat of a relationship with God.
But you didn't
know.
let it make that
I
18-inch
didn't let it
journey.
marinate, absolutely.
That 18-inch
Yeah,
journey.
It's an 18-inch journey. It's a long
Just-
journey. The
That's-
process,
yeah,
but yeah,
Slowest, longest journey, man.
that's right.
So-
But
So what are you doing right now? That you're saying that you're applying it, right? You said you're
Yeah.
you're applying it now.
yeah.
Just give me a little something. Like, what is one of the things you do?
Wake up in the morning. I'm grateful for the day. I start with a devotional, and then I pray and I give it to God, and I follow, and I have him order my steps, and there you go.
There we go.
You know, I do what I show up. I make the effort. I'm not too concerned about the outcome. You know, as long as I give it 102% in the effort daily, then it works out.
So you're telling me you
Hey.
just do what God puts in front of you,
Absolutely,
and the results of which are none of your business.
none of my business.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
It's
pretty
much
good.
more
I just
simple.
keep God
the right
first,
thing.
and yeah,
That's step
and
three
that's
stuff.
another thing about just doing the right thing for the right reasons. And then, you know, you had spoke about, you know, helping others, you know, where it becomes habitual. It's just something that you do. You know, it's something that, you know, when you have, you know, when you get close with God and have a relationship with him, it's something that just becomes natural. You know, it's something that's internal, and you want to share that with everybody. You know,
wanna
and
pour,
what I
yeah.
found is that those who God sees fit to have you connect with, it will just happen, you know.
Mhm.
And you know, there's a joy in that.
Oh, he's got an epiphany. Did you see that?
Yeah.
We caught the epiphany live on camera.
We did.
Right,
I watched that
It
sparkle out of
clicked,
his
yeah.
out of his right
It
eye.
clicked,
Yeah.
yeah.
hmm
What is it?
Share.
God will put you in all the right places.
he
He will
does.
put you in all the right places, and that's the exact reason of how your boy got sober in the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
place. And it's a lot. It's a lot. It just made sense. Yeah,
You got
There
overwhelming
are
emotion right now.
yeah.
I can see it in your
kinda a
face.
little bit.
Yeah, spirits in the house.
Yeah, the spirits in the house.
absolutely
Spirits
it
in the
is.
house.
Yeah, there are no coincidences. That's what I found out. There are no
Oh, yeah.
coincidences.
I had
I
a
don't believe it.
sponsor that in the very beginning when I was going through like step 2, he always used to say, "Is it odd or is it God?" And I got to the point where it's like
That's good.
every time he said that, I wanted to throw something at him.
That's good though.
Like
That's
I
good.
got Jason. I really hope that you catch on to this because I wanted to, and he knew I wanted to throw something every time he go, "Is it odd or is it God?"
That sounds exactly like him.
Bars.
I love you, Jason.
I love Jason too. He's one of my best friends.
That's good.
I have a quick challenge for the two of you.
Sure.
Ooh.
If
Wrestling.
I know, right? You'll lose.
no, that's not fair, man.
Yeah, dude, look,
That's
no,
not
look,
fair.
look at the size of his arms. Whoa, look at the size of his
Give it a
arms.
shot, man. Give it a shot. Man, you'll lose. I'll just-
Friendly banter.
Right,
Okay,
right,
so
right.
challenge.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to do this, but this was a game changer for me. When I added these two little things to every prayer that I say,
Mhm.
God, please help me to take another set of handcuffs off of you today so
Hmm.
you can have more effectiveness with me.
Right.
And the other one I forgot because apparently it's not important because that was the one that needed to be said. So there we go. One challenge.
hmm Very nice.
Brian, you got a fan, Heather Young.
Okay.
She said,
Hi,
"Brian,
Heather. How are you?
with many N's. Brian."
Okay.
Byron.
All right.
I like to tell people when they got a fan.
I'll tell her hello and keep coming back.
Well, you just did.
Nice.
What I always tell people whenever they say hello
Yeah.
is like, heaven's high, hell's low.
That's
What's
true.
up?
That's
You know,
right,
it's like,
know, right?
yeah, like, because
It opens up the conversation as well.
right.
You know what I mean?
I like to see if people are paying attention. I say hi, low,
Mm.
because it sounds like hello.
I just think you're having an autistic moment.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to see if somebody's paying attention to me when they're
Yeah.
first engaging, or if I'm
People
trying
do
to.
have social autopilots. They
For
do it
sure.
all the time. Like, that's-
Absolutely.
You got to engage.
How
with
are
the
you?
register
I'm
or
good.
the
How are you?
cashier.
I'm good.
Tim's about to
Yeah,
open
that
that
is
door.
autopilot. Yeah, that is autopilot.
Tim's about to open that door,
Yes,
so
he
that
is.
means
He
you
is
got
on the way.
Somebody
30
lock the door.
seconds to plug whatever you want to plug right now.
Love is life and love is living. So Kay loves plump. It's wonderful, it's amazing, it works fast, and it's one of the best things that you can put on your lips. Kissable lips. Kay loves plump. It's on Instagram, and also just get a sponsor. AA is super important. You can work all of your character defects with another individual, and you can have fellowship in all these meetings. This is the cure, this is the path, this is the way, and then make sure that you have a conscious relationship with God.
Amen.
That's all that
it.
matters.
That's
That's
it.
all that matters. Because you can do nothing by yourself without God. He rewards those who are poor in spirit. Hey, none of this stuff is because of you. None of this stuff is because of
That's
us.
right, That's right.
So yeah,
So you even recommend
shot,
getting a
brother.
sponsor, even though that your sponsor has probably made your life a little more
Challenging.
challenging in the last 2 weeks?
absolutely. Yeah. Well, you got to give up control. That's because
Woo!
Yeah, just quit. Give up.
That's it.
Control.
Ryan, drop your pen.
There you go, my brother.
Drop my pen. Who are you? Who are you?
See, see, you have moments like that. I wasn't
Yeah.
even listening. Like I'm not Ryan. See,
Good deal.
All right, Isante, thanks for coming on the show. If we got nobody else later on, I'll bring you back on. But you got a guy that's back there. Brian,
Yes, sir.
I feel like I want to give you one more question before I
Sure.
make you plug anything.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Tell me a situation that has resolved itself for you in the last this stint of sobriety. Something you might have worried about that got resolved, or something that was looming over you.
Yeah, my family. My
Your
family.
family.
Yeah, my family. I have
It was good or it was
it's
bad,
very good, very good. Yeah. I
and
have
it
a lot-
wasn't always good.
It wasn't. Yeah.
Okay,
Just when I came in, it wasn't so good.
right.
And so I had I have a couple of family members who, were using as well. And I got, when I came into treatment, I had to go back for a quick visit, pick up some clothes and all that. And then when I got back, they saw me probably after 30 days, which inspired them to, get some change. And so I just received a call just about a week ago. No, I'm sorry, just a few days ago, from one of my nieces. And she was very addicted to fentanyl at the time. And
Okay.
so now I just found out that she's been in treatment since March the 15th.
Okay,
So I'm very happy about that.
that's good.
I have still have a long way to go with a lot of them, but I'll take one at a shot.
Hey, that's not bad.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're seeing you're seeing the joy in
I'm seeing the joy.
and just getting one right now.
That's right.
And,
And-
you can tell you're grateful for that.
I'm very grateful. My family's everything to me, so I'm very grateful.
Yeah, and you've been
Step at a
smiling
time.
like this whole time being
Yeah.
coming to the podcast.
Yeah, it's a fun time. I really enjoy it.
It's good.
Enjoy.
Will you come back on the show
I
next
sure
week?
will.
Because
Absolutely. I will.
you owe us your radio broadcast
yeah.
voice.
Yeah, we'll do
Yeah.
something. We'll
Yeah,
do
you
something.
owe us.
We got you.
Well,
We
he
got you.
promised it. He promised
Okay,
it. in the
We
beginning.
got
touche.
you.
He said, I'll
Touche.
do it. I'll practice. I'll rehearse a little bit.
We got you covered.
So give me you got 30 seconds to plug whatever you want.
Yeah, just my only plug is to keep God first in your life, and everything will fall into place. I think that once we find out the most important thing in life, my experience has been a personal, intimate relationship with God is everything. And with that, you can't fail. You'll always win.
It's good. I like that one.
All right.
Thanks a lot for coming on the show.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. You
Thanks,
have a good
Brian. We'll
night.
see you next week.
See you next week. All right.
Enjoy your soap.
What are you holding?
Paper.
It's a laminated something.
Yeah. I wanted to read what was on here.
You know how to read?
Sometimes.
What is this awkward silence brought to us by?
You.
This awkward silence is brought to us by toasters. They're not just for bathtubs anymore. What do I got on the show down here?
Kalali.
Kalali?
Yep,
Did I say that correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Kalali
How do you spell it?
Khalali.
Okay. Kahlali.
And then Johnson. The last name.
Oh, so you got like
It's
this.
a weird.
Yeah,
dynamic,
Kalali,
yeah.
but then Johnson.
It's a definitely weird combination.
You don't have to spell Johnson though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless like there's a weird like
Like a umlaut.
silence in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or-
The D at the front is silent.
Right.
Kalali, where do you come from?
So I come from South Minneapolis.
Okay.
Born and raised. I currently live in a sober house in Fridley, Minnesota. I was in a long-term recovery and intensive inpatient treatment at the Salvation Army.
Yeah, a little closer to that mic.
I was
There you go.
for the last 2 years of my life, I've been in rehab and treatment. None of them worked until this last time. I actually ended up graduating after a 6-month program. After going to jail again, after racking up a few more felonies. I was addicted to meth. I was addicted to crime, and I was addicted to getting high. Yeah, I mean, and I'm glad I'm here. This is a big step in a different direction.
I was gonna guess you were from New York.
No, I got the Mets fan.
Yeah, yeah.
The Mets shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was kind of rooting for the Yankees this last World Series. Though, so,
I was too.
yeah.
It was really tough for me because
Yeah.
the two teams in baseball I hate the most are the Yankees and the Dodgers.
Right. Okay.
And I decided that I hate the Dodgers a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I had three emotions after every game.
Yeah.
One was happy because one of the two teams lost. The other one was upset because one of the two teams won. And the other one was disgusted with myself because I rooted for one of them.
Yeah. You gotta love Shohei Ohtani though. He's a powerhouse, dude.
I like watching
Yeah.
all the players. They're all talented. There's certain teams and sometimes even players, I just enjoy rooting against them
Yeah.
because it's fun. And it's my right as a fan to root against or for whoever I want.
Right.
And it's all,
Whoever.
and it's all in fun.
Yeah.
Like I used to root against Peyton Manning for no reason.
Yeah.
Just other than I just wanted him to lose. I had no reason for it,
I hear that.
But yeah, all-time great. Absolutely. Same thing with Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
wanted him to lose for no reason.
Yeah. He's one of those big superpower centers.
Perfect fundamentals.
Yeah.
Not the most athletic at all.
Yeah. Kind of boring game.
But yes, very, very boring, but it's
Yeah,
perfect.
It worked. Yeah.
So before I dive into you,
Yeah.
who do I got here?
My name is Ray, and I'm an alcoholic.
Hi, Ray. Well,
I'm
What's
the
up,
old
Ray?
timer around here.
the old timer around here.
Yes,
like
I
it.
am.
That's
The
awesome.
fossil.
So you are the fossil will work.
Yes.
And how do you become the fossil?
I have 48 years of sobriety.
Wow, that's a real
Is that
good
a
start.
good start?
That's
I don't know. It's the longest I've been sober. So
I haven't even been alive that long.
I haven't yet.
yeah, well, work on it.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I keep waking up every day.
How old are you guys?
I'm 40.
40?
I am 33.
33?
Jake's a baby.
I can remember those days. I had kids when I was 45.
Yeah. That's when my grandparents had kids.
Yeah.
So Kalali, you said you were in and out for like the last 2 years, right?
Last 2 years, I totally spiraled. I've been doing drugs since I was 14. These last 2 years have been jail, institution, treatment, rehab.
So you feel like at
Yeah.
this point now you have surrendered?
I am trying to. I've gotten away from this is the second meeting I've been to in a few weeks. I was like working full time. I was a manager at one of the Salvation Army stores in Bloomington, and I totally relapsed in every way other than actually like doing hot rails or smoking dope.
I feel that.
Oh, let's dive into that a little bit. Relapse in every other way. You want? Can you expand on that a little bit?
I've totally stopped going to meetings. I totally put my sponsor on the back burner. I totally was on step 9 since January 3rd or January 1st. Totally stopped writing my step 8 list. Did a couple of direct amends and called it good. Just those that my sponsor could see and check off the list. And then the rest of the list was just kind of like, okay, I did the stuff that everyone could see. I'm good. Let me just go self-will run riot for a couple months.
Self-will run right.
Yeah. it was I'm glad I kind of jumped back in before I lost everything in the car and the spot and the nice sober house and the nice neighborhood and gym membership and everything, because I'm used to losing everything.
Mhm.
I've lost everything before. I've seen it all go, which is
So you know what the most important thing to do is. Like you know what brings you to the dance.
staying sober.
Yeah, no, like what you're saying, and like you're alluding to it. That's what brings you to the dance. Like you can have your sobriety right here. You got your car right here. You got your place to live right here. You got relationships or with whoever right there.
Yep.
You can lose one of these things,
Yeah.
and that's cool. It's not cool, but like everything else ain't gonna go. But if you don't put this first,
Yeah.
or you lose it, everything else goes bye bye.
Wow. Yeah.
That's how it is. I've said that to so many people, and most of them will fight it, just like I fought it, because that's what a lot of us do. I don't know if we're all just naturally rebellious.
Yeah.
I know we're naturally. I mean, not we. I'm gonna say this about me. I know I am naturally stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. I was finding finding rational excuses not to do the wrong thing. I was like, oh, I gotta work. I can't work the steps. I gotta work. I'm working full time. You know what I mean? So I was finding every single rational excuse not to do the right thing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And slowly fade away from the recovery. And I was just like, I was feeling it though. I was feeling the icky, internal, depressed, really anxious. I wasn't going to my psychiatrist meetings. I was missing everything. Oh, it's all work. No, there's no recovery for me. You know, and it's not their fault. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not blaming my employer, my manager, anything. I took on the responsibility. My sponsor told me not to because I wanted more money, and I almost pretty much threw everything away for a few dollars more.
So what you're saying is you should put your basically just follow the guy in front of you. In this case, your sponsor.
26 years sober.
Yeah, you should follow your sponsor.
Yeah.
Especially since I mean, it sounds like you're going through the 12 steps.
Yep.
With your sponsor, and I happen to know that it explicitly says that it's safe to think when you get to step 11, and you're at 9.
Yeah. So.
For God gave us brains to use, after all.
Yeah.
Yep. Our thought life will be placed on a
Higher, our thought life will be placed on a higher plane.
Yep.
I like that.
Our will and God's will start aligning. I will tell you this: even when they start aligning, my timing still sucks, and I still shouldn't take control. I learned. Like when I was about to talking about me and using improper language, and I was about to call everybody stupid. When we're talking about myself, there happens to be a long timer in here who has more time than me, and I looked over there, and I don't even know if he was trying to do this, but I was like, "Oh, settle down, me." I was like, talking about me. And then Jake has a good laugh at me because he saw exactly what happened. Doesn't matter. So what was it? Sunday? Was Sunday my day? Yeah.
Wow.
Sunday was my day. Even when you have 23 years of sobriety, you still get taken to school, and not just by people with more sobriety. It can be anybody. It doesn't have to be in sobriety. It can be anybody. You get taken to school all the time. Stay teachable. No matter how good you think you are, stay teachable.
Ray, when was the last time you got taken to school?
By my friends.
By your friends?
Yeah, I play pinochle with a bunch of guys at Fridley, Illinois on
Okay.
Tuesdays and Fridays. We play pinochle together. And there's some guys there who have more sobriety than I do even.
Yeah.
And I play pinochle with them. And he asked me the other day, how many meetings did you go to? I told him more than you. And he called me up and apologized.
Love that.
And he has like 56 years or something.
Was that all?
Yeah. That's when I took him to school. So
Yeah.
the opposite happens to me. I earlier, like in February, I lost my girlfriend. So I stopped taking all the drugs that I'm on, and I'm on for diabetes and high cholesterol and all the bad things. And I have depression too, so I take depression pills. I take pills to help me sleep. I take all kinds of stuff. So I decided, well, I'll just quit all of them. So
That was a great idea.
I was
Sound reasoning.
taken to
Sounds
school by my friends about that when they
Yeah.
saw me getting depressed and
There we go.
quiet and lonely.
So you're saying it's important to have a group of people around you who know you?
It's like having the Holy Spirit around you.
There you go.
Amen.
The more they know about you, the more they can help you.
Yeah. The worse it is for you. The more they know about you, the worse it is for you.
Yeah, they can
At
help
least,
you.
not. I mean, I like it. I have people that will just,
Well, you just
flat
don't.
out.
You just don't do that much wrong anymore, do you?
Sure, I do.
Really?
Not like I used to. It's wrong of a different kind, but it's
Different
not.
flavor.
It's a different flavor for sure. Like I'll make fun of myself constantly because I'm around me a lot, and I mean, I want to make me laugh at myself, because if I can't laugh at myself, then I'm going to be pretty bored. Sometimes at least, because I don't want to laugh at other people all the time. Just being an ass then.
And if you can't laugh at yourself, get a hold of me because I'll laugh at you.
Yeah, pretty soon I'm going to be working for you guys. Tim's going to quit, and I'm going to take over for him.
Tim is such a quitter.
He's going
that
to
guy.
Quitter.
he's going to give it a couple more weeks, then I'll be ushering people in.
So
and
you'll
out.
be the new liaison in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, all right.
Please wear that shirt when you're doing it.
Please wear the shirt.
Yep.
Surrender
Surrender
shirt?
the booty.
Yeah.
I recognized it. It's a Renfest shirt. I recognized it.
So we'll be seeing you on the show more often.
Sure.
Awesome. Kalali.
Yep.
I got it right. Look at that. I came back.
Kali.
I even got
Alright.
the pronunciation correct.
It's a different name. It means friend of God.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's a different language that I don't speak. I'm not from over there.
You don't know what language it is either?
I think it said it's like Marathi Indian
Oh,
from
Marathi.
over like kind of like maybe India, somewhere in that territory.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
I have an easy question for you.
Yep.
This is a list of questions, by the way.
Oh, you got a cheat sheet.
Yeah, I saw it sitting over there. It was
Yeah,
right next
who
to you.
uses it?
It's a good thing it wasn't a rattlesnake.
yeah.
We'd be taking you to the
fine.
hospital.
No, it'd be fine because I wouldn't know it's there, so I wouldn't have upset it.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. If you were an animal, what would you be?
I would like to be a bird of prey,
What kind of bird of prey? You got to pick one.
maybe like a condor.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, like,
Why?
because well, they don't have many predators. I think they're the highest flying bird, and they just kind of take it easy. You know what I mean? I mean, I know they do some crazy, wicked stuff over the Grand Canyon, but I think they just have like a kind of a more simple life and with less risk as like a pigeon or something else. You know what I mean?
Oh, if I was a
Yeah.
pigeon, I'd fly into a car.
Yeah, and
On purpose.
I often see them kind of doing stuff like that, like flying into buildings and stuff. And I'm like, oh man, but it would be cool to be. And I always wonder how it happened. I was like, wow, I bet they were going pretty fast. I used to be a pigeon in my addiction. I was such a pigeon,
Mhm.
and what I thought was so cool. I was always like that window, that glass window was always around the corner, and I was always like, I was just crashing, burning every time. But I feel like as I like work these steps and actually get called arrogant and prideful and resentful by my sponsor, because of he's just telling me the truth. And I feel like the more I walk into that truth and reveal my character defects, the more I can be like that high flying bird rather than just some bird who's just gonna every
Mhm.
time, because I'm used to doing that, crashing and burning a lot.
Yeah. How often do you call your sponsor?
So
Are you on a schedule?
call it. So I text him every single day,
Okay.
and what I do is
Yeah.
I got a day. I'm one of his more critical cases. He's like, you need to text me every day, otherwise you're gonna die.
Sounds like a smart sponsor.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I was okay. I was if you gave a different answer, I was going to challenge you to
Yeah,
set an alarm on your phone every day,
every day.
so you get into a habit
So
literally call though.
oh, okay,
Literally call.
and that's one thing
But if your sponsor's telling you something else,
yeah,
follow your sponsor. Don't follow me.
I call him about once a week.
Okay.
But I text him every single day, and I chat with him via text. I just send him that daily devotional, 5 gratitudes.
Uh-huh.
And that's grown from a lot less accountability to like now it's like I have to take a good like 10-15 minutes in the morning, right in the morning. And so today I met with him, and he's like, you need to wake up earlier and you need to get it to me earlier, because he's been noticing that I've been kind of on the decline about like the promptness of what I'm sending.
So he doesn't give you any leeway.
I've known him for the last 2 years of my life, and he knows I'm full of it.
Yeah.
And he knows that if I get too far away from the accountability aspect of recovery, I'm going back out.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like fully surrendered to this guy who came into my life as like a mentor, like a counselor at my rehab, and then totally just turned into a more like intimate relationship as a sponsor. Now he knows stuff about me that a lot of people I don't want ever to know about me.
Good.
And it's kind of getting to the root of like these character defects and the spiritual malady.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because I'm just kind of being revealed like you're in trouble, but there's help. You know what I mean? There's help for the trouble I'm in. So in between God, I do go to church, between our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and these steps and psychiatrist and going to the gym and just trying not to show up the same way that I showed up before in the world.
So you're saying you're fully invested?
fully invested.
All
Well,
right.
what's going to stop you from calling him every day at 4:30 p.m. then, or any other specific time?
The only thing that would stop me is my own fear of being like chewed out or like,
Okay.
you know. and,
So
I'm
like
gonna-
like even if you just call and say, "Hey, I'm just calling to get in the habit. Got nothing to report. Have a good day. Bye."
I like that.
There you go.
There you go.
I
think
made it
you'll
into
like
a
it.
game when I
Yeah.
first with Jason, my sponsor that I had a while ago.
Yeah.
I made it into a game because I wanted to annoy him.
Where'd you get that from, Jake?
So I would make it a game to call Jason so that I could get him annoyed. So, he'd be like, he'd answer the first time. He'd be like, "Hey, how you doing?" I got into the habit of calling him like 3 times a day. And the third time I'd call him and I'd have like the most ridiculous thing.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" And I would just stop and be like, "What if butter came from butterflies?" And he would stop and be like, "Are you serious right now?" And then I would go into some whatever tangent my brain would grab onto in that immediate moment, just to see if I can get him to like do the heavy sigh and be like,
So then, when difficult things
Yeah,
arose,
he
it
needs a lot
wasn't.
of work.
Yeah. So then, when difficult things arose, it wasn't hard for you to call him.
No,
was it?
it like
exactly.
the second I started getting disturbed in any way or feeling or swelling of whatever bullshit I was
Yep,
surrounded in,
feelings.
I just called Jason.
Yep, because you were in a habit.
And
Yeah.
because I'm so used to spewing insanity at him,
Yeah.
I was so easy to spew my vomiting, whatever feeling I had.
I challenged my sponsor every step of the way. I didn't believe anything that he was asking me to do was going to work. I still did it. I got the same results.
Mhm.
The only thing that I did different than other people who didn't walk all the way through their steps is I didn't leave. That's the only thing I did different. I fought and argued every step of the way. I didn't. Once I got to him, I stopped trying to say the right things. I was just like, somebody asked me like what I was asking you, I would have gave the quickest answer possible just to get them to shut up. And I didn't care, but I also wasn't going anywhere.
Should I get some-
Call him once a day. Try it. Prove me wrong.
I'm up for the challenge.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Give a quick plug.
Quick plug. Find a volunteer opportunity, whether it's at a church, whether it's at a community garden, whether it's at your neighborhood.
Anywhere.
Anywhere. Just clean up your neighborhood park if you got to pick up trash and
Mhm.
potato chip wrappers and
don't get caught.
yeah, and don't get caught. But
Yeah. Don't
and
get caught.
just do it and don't videotape it. Like do it and not try to get a Facebook like out of it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are doing like, oh, we're doing this, but it's like do it out of that integrity of no one's watching me, and I want to help the rabbits and the squirrels and the birds. You know what I mean?
Do it. Do
Yeah.
it. Do it like no one's watching. Love it.
I love you guys.
Love it.
I love you.
Thanks a
guys.
lot for coming, man.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
God bless.
You gonna come back on the show when we all right.
I'm gonna
Next
be-
week?
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Okay,
here.
you just committed. I love it.
Did you
We're
try-
gonna hold the spot
Did you
for
try
you.
any pizza?
Oh, I've never had Pizza Man. That was some really, really good pizza.
Hey, good job,
Hey,
Chris.
All right, Chris.
That was awesome.
Love pizza. That's what I'm gonna call it from now on.
Ray, did you have any pizza, man?
No, I ate earlier when that woman brought the food in, and I'm a diabetic, so I can't.
Yeah, the carbs.
I also got the sugars.
Yeah. So,
Ray,
any
You want-
questions on there you want to?
Oh yes, yes. If you were an ice cream flavor, which one would you be?
Raspberry. That's my favorite.
Why? It's because you're tart.
It's because it's my favorite. It's always
Okay.
It seems to always be sweet instead of strawberries, which seem to be bitter every now and then.
Oh,
oh,
Did you ever taste?
There's-
it?
there's-
I never
there's
thought
truth to
about that
that.
until right now. And I'm
'Cause
like, yeah, he's
sometimes strawberries are bitter and sometimes they're super sweet.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've never actually had one in between.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe that's a testament of I either do things too soon or too late.
Ray, you want to plug anything before you go?
I go to Fridley a lot, and I would, if somebody's listening from Fridley, come up and talk to me and tell me. I want to hear how our podcast is going out
There we go.
to other people.
Good.
Shout out Fridley Alano.
Shout out to
Really?
the
I spent like 5-6 years there twice a week.
Really?
Yeah, many years ago.
Oh,
Actually, during your first stint.
Okay.
Didn't I meet you there?
No,
Okay, I didn't meet you.
I met you at New Hope on that Friday Night Young People.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Cool.
shall we?
Thank you guys for
Yeah,
having
get
us.
us our
Gentlemen.
next two victims,
you.
would you?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll be.
Send in
and if
new
they don't
victims.
have anybody prepared, just point at somebody and be like, you.
Volunteer them.
Yeah, Vaughn, tell them.
So Jake,
So, Ryan,
how was your weekend? Tell me about your weekend, sir. What did you do for somebody else?
for somebody else.
Yep. What did you do for somebody else?
Oh, what did I do for somebody else? Honestly, I can't even really pinpoint what I did for somebody else.
That means nothing.
It does.
I'm
mean
in the same
nothing.
boat.
Like I met with a sponsee, but that
Mhm.
was for me just as much as, or if not more.
Absolutely. Even though the sponsor doesn't know that yet.
I mean, I'm pretty open with them.
I tell him that too, but I like my sponsor told me that I didn't get it.
Yeah, yeah. Like I've communicated that with them, but they don't get it yet.
Yeah, or maybe they do. Maybe we were just dumber than normal when we were newer. Maybe.
Perhaps.
I feel like I was pretty dumb. Looking back, and it makes me laugh. I feel like I was pretty dumb.
Did you know our new guests are brought to us by coffee pots? If you're smoking them, you're doing it wrong.
Amen.
And who do we got?
Shane Bowers. Welcome to Will Work Recovery.
Welcome, Shane.
Podcast.
Did you say Shane Bowers?
Shane Bowers.
Why does it sound like a WWE? You're even, like talking about it like you're in WWE.
Trust me, I wish I was.
No. I thought that sounds like a pro basketball player.
Oh,
Shane Bowers.
Shane Bowers.
Where have I heard the name
Hockey player.
Bowers?
Hockey. There's a Bowers that's a hockey player.
I don't watch hockey. I'm sorry.
Oh my
I'm sure it's
God.
fun.
Get a little closer on that mic.
Definitely
yeah.
will.
Get
Real
right.
close.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. See how my
Hi.
mouth is almost touching?
And who do we got over here?
Do you want my lips to it? No.
Sure.
Oh,
What do we
I
got
ain't
over here?
stopping you.
Jacob.
You gotta get on that mic.
Get closer.
Jacob.
Jacob.
Jacob. Oh, there's two of you.
Uh oh.
Yes,
Shit.
sir. Jake sandwiches.
Oh,
No.
nice. I like that.
What would you put in a Jake sandwich?
Don't say Ryan.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
For me,
Definitely not meat.
definitely not meat.
Yeah.
No meat.
I was actually gonna say like I like peanut butter and banana.
Lettuce.
Peanut butter. And, oh, that's actually good.
I
Peanut butter and
love
banana.
Peanut butter and banana.
I like peanut butter and banana, except I don't eat peanuts, so I do like sunflower butter, almond butter. I'm not allergic or nothing. I'm just old and have some back problems, and they're a natural inflammatory.
Can't go wrong.
No, well,
This message brought to us by Ryan's terrible back.
yeah,
Broken hearted.
yeah. It is kind of terrible right now. I'm off work because of
Oh,
it.
God.
So, what brings you to Will Work?
Well, definitely. I just gotta hit these meetings. I was having a little rough day. I had my son for since Friday.
Mm.
And I went and dropped him off with my mom. Right after that, I felt like distant, kind of a little depressed. I'm like, oh well, he ain't here.
I feel that.
Definitely. And I was at the house, so I was playing Call of Duty, and I'm like, I'm definitely gonna go to a meeting. My sponsee remind me about it, so I was like, definitely gonna hit Will Work.
How many meetings you go to every week?
Well, I went to one last week. The one 3 weeks I didn't go
Okay.
before, but now I'm hitting them. So
Why is that?
definitely just working. Trying to take care of stuff. And
It's not even a good answer. I, think
I
I'd be
wish.
like,
I
I
wish.
thought you're gonna be
Listen.
like telling me like,
I
oh,
said-
I've been on like 14 dates, and then I've been
Oh
going,
God, no.
and I've been going to the Timberwolves games, and like I thought you were gonna tell me something really cool.
No, it's just I didn't want to.
No, yeah.
I didn't think about it. I was like, nah, I'm good.
I
I'll
think.
play some Call of Duty.
Oh, Call of Duty. Yes, I thought I could just handle it myself, and I was okay.
Did,
you know-
did you handle it? Did you handle that Call of Duty?
Yes, I
There you
did.
go.
Yes, I did.
There we go.
Yes, I did.
PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation, PS4, baby.
PS4.
Yeah, I know I'm kind of outdated, but it gets the job done.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's happy with what he's got.
Hey,
I appreciate that. He's happy
I-
with what he's got.
You got a PS job.
PS job, yes, definitely.
Very good. So holding your sponsor accountable.
Yes, sir.
Amen. Everybody needs to be held accountable.
Goes both ways, though.
Oh, of course.
Closer on that mic, Jake.
Closer to the mic.
Goes both ways.
So this guy's your sponsor?
Yep. Yep. Yes.
First
he
one,
is.
baby.
This is your first sponsee?
Yep.
All right. So how long have you been sponsoring him?
Since 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
What made you ask this guy?
Honestly, I've known Shane for a while. I was in prison with Shane.
Okay.
And you know, he's a really good guy. And with most people, it's like, oh, you gotta find a sponsor and something that they have what you want. Well, I'm not a materialistic person, so what he has that I want is this charismatic energy. You know what I mean? So I chose him because he's a
Because he
he's
got
a
the
good-
Riz.
Yeah, he's got the Riz, bro.
He's got the Riz.
Well,
Riz.
that's what it's about. When
You
when
know,
somebody says
so-
that, it has nothing to do with material. It's about, you know, if they're acting and feeling in a way that you want,
Yeah.
that you don't know how to do, that's what you're looking for. So I
You
mean,
were
there you go.
annoyingly
go.
peaceful when I asked you.
I like
Oh,
that.
so that's your sponsor?
No, many years ago.
13 years ago, I
Yeah.
originally asked him to be my sponsor, and he was my sponsor for about 2.5 years.
I got you up to step 10.
Yeah,
Step 10.
He was
Oh
a slow
my.
mover,
I was.
which is okay.
Dragging your feet.
I
You
was
know- you
lazy.
know what he
There's a lot
did?
of times I didn't show up and do what I was supposed to do.
Well, you always showed up. That's the thing. You didn't not show up, even when I said stop showing up. If you don't have it done, you still came,
I did.
and eventually
Amen.
you'd have it done. I'd give him something to do, and he'd come to my house for sponsor night. I'd be like, well, I'm not going to let you sit here and take up their time, or you're not moving on. So, I mean, I would think of things to do around the house. At the time, I was living with a bunch
Yeah.
of dudes. So, not a sober house, but it was the house was sober. And
Amen.
there was a dog living there, and I was like, "Go pick up dog poop in the backyard," because the owner never does. him and one.
I swept his kitchen. I did
Service
his
work.
dishes.
Dang.
Yeah, so eventually I
my.
started showing up, having my stuff done because I'm like, I don't want to clean
Oh.
Ryan's house anymore.
Mhm.
I don't want to pick up dog shit.
Yep.
And
Yes.
No.
yeah,
Don't even give
and he
me
had this
ideas.
cat. He had this really fucking evil cat, and he'd be like, "Go look for dead shit that Xerxes killed."
Yeah, that's
Oh
right.
my
I forgot about that.
God.
That was mostly in the front yard though, because the dog would clean up the stuff in the backyard.
Yeah, so I'd go through the yard like having this comb
Hills
every
have
inch.
eyes, definitely.
I'd be like, "Okay, I found half of a squirrel," and he'd be like, "Go find the other half."
God, dude.
Knowing full well the other half was gone.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
he probably watched the cat eat the other half.
I didn't.
But
I did.
you know, I would come
Sick.
back after 30 minutes of combing the smaller yard and be like, I can't find this other half of the squirrel. I'd be like,
Oh
okay,
my
go
gosh.
do this or something.
You know what he wasn't doing while he was doing that?
What was he not doing?
Getting loaded.
Exactly.
Amen.
Yeah,
And he
I mean,
wasn't
at least I
thinking
had
about
that.
it. And he wasn't thinking
Right.
about himself.
I was thinking,
definitely-
there was a little bit of like, God, why, I can't believe I did this again. How stupid am I? Oh, look, there's another pile of dog shit, and I'd clean up the dog shit.
Oh,
See?
And
my.
I'd keep going, and then I'd get a big whiff of the dog shit bag, and then
Oh
I'd be
my
like, "Oh my
God.
God, I can't believe I'm doing this to myself. I'm so stupid."
Sponsy.
I
I
know.
need
He's
you.
like, yeah,
Hey.
he picked that dog shit up.
I need you.
Hey, but,
So if
but
you
he-
can
I need
learn
my-
anything
my-
from my
I need-
mistakes, when your sponsor says show up and have this done when we meet,
Uh-huh.
now he has ideas.
so just to be clear, I would only do that when he wouldn't have his assignment done.
Right.
I would
Oh.
say, hey, like we'd have an assignment. Let's, like the first assignments were always really easy. Read the preface and the forewords, highlight what stands out to you, important to you, blah blah blah. And if he showed up and didn't have that done, I'm not going to read it with him, but he's going to do something for an hour, or he can leave on his own.
Okay.
I did have that. Like I started
You're gonna
off
do a lot
hot,
of reading.
and then I when we got more into, I remember what was that you.
You were on like chapter 3 when you started doing. So we're just finishing step 1.
Yeah, and you had me do an assignment of write a time I was powerless and a time I was unmanageable, and I took my sweet ass time writing 2 paragraphs.
Took
That
forever,
wasn't
huh?
the assignment, but continue.
I think that was one of them I had to do.
No, I never gave that assignment.
Oh my.
I did that with Jason.
Yeah, I know. That was Jason. Mine was journal about your day, because there is no
Oh,
way
that doesn't sound
there
too
is
bad.
no. Just make it a page. Don't make it more than 1 page. I don't want to read a novel. I told him specifically, I did this today. It made me feel like this. Blah blah blah.
Like inventory.
No, not
No.
inventory. Just about the day, because I
just
wasn't
write my
I wasn't
feelings and
going to
thoughts.
expect somebody who'd never done it before and never been shown how to find their unmanageability in their life effectively. I wasn't going to ask him to kind of try to figure it out, because
Right.
I wasn't asked to try to figure it out. I was just asked to follow.
Okay.
So I gave him simple little things, not just him,
Directions,
but
simple
everybody.
directions,
I give
definitely.
simple things to do. Do this next. It's a baby step to set you up for the next step. I don't try to walk with my right leg only. I got to
Right.
use my left too. I don't try to jump up with just one leg and then land on that leg. I'm going to break my ankle. I'm going to break my knee.
I did a lot of that hopping around for a little while.
A lot of hopping.
And that's why it took me 2.5
I
years to
hop.
get to step 10 with Ryan. Right. And then when I went out and did some research and I came back, I was sponsoring by like 6 months.
Oh,
Research
dang.
and development, which made me uncomfortable when I found out, and I was like, dude, what are you doing? You know better than this. You were with me for like 2 years. And I gave him the 3rd degree in a nice way, just out of concern for the other person, not for him. I wasn't concerned for him. And he stood there and he intently participated. He didn't just listen, he participated in that discussion. He didn't get upset. And I walked away from that going, this might work out.
Definitely dedication right there.
Cool.
That's nice.
Because one thing I don't like is I don't like going to funerals.
Oh,
And we die. That's what we do. That, and when we don't die, it's a miracle. Plain and simple.
true that.
You know, not to get morbid again,
Again.
but it's a fact
Oh.
of this disease. That's
yeah.
what we do.
Yeah.
So, have you given him an assignment yet?
No, I have not.
Oh,
I have asked him though.
okay.
No, what?
I said, when are we going through the
You
steps?
asked me.
Hold on.
Well,
Next
this is
question.
getting
Next
good.
question.
Hold on,
Next
this is
question.
getting good. We're about to have.
Are we going through the book Alcoholics Anonymous?
Yes.
Okay.
sir.
You got one of those books?
Yes, I do, and it's all highlighted. Some parts are.
I got an idea for his first assignment if you're willing to hear it. Otherwise, I mean, it's just
Can I write it down?
yeah, I'll write it down.
All right.
Or you
Dude,
can write it
believe
down,
they're colluding
baby.
right now? They're colluding.
Yeah.
Make sure you put a due date on there too.
Thank you for
Can I?
tuning
All right.
in.
Can I give you an assignment to do
Due date
towards
will
your
be 2
sponsor?
days.
Are you serious? Oh,
It's an
my.
idea.
It's
You
it's
have
simple.
to try
See
to
how
annoy
simple
him.
that is?
Oh, I'm pretty
See
sure.
how simple that is?
I take care of
That's
that.
simple
Like,
as
You
Start
understand
calling
that?
him to the point and be like,
See how simple that is?
just ask
Yeah.
him like the most craziest shit.
All right.
You look at him. He's like off mic, like whispering at him.
Seriously.
Okay.
Show him. Assignment 1. Do you think you can account other
No,
side?
other
I
side.
thought
other
we
side.
were up first. Are you ready? Okay.
Other side.
Oh God, no, not that
Get
one.
a new big book.
A clean one. Can you do that?
Clean.
That's too easy. There's already a
There-
bunch of them laying around my house.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
start with a fresh, clean one.
Start with a fresh clean one. You got a highlighter too?
Yep.
Cool. Assignment 1 done. Give it back.
Oh,
Give
man.
it back.
Can I
Assignment 1
keep
done.
that piece of paper?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want with it. Hold on,
All
hold
right,
on,
thank
hold on.
you.
And your big book. You got a clean notebook?
Yes, I did.
Okay, there's assignment 2 done. You already
Oh,
got a clean
my.
notebook? You already
I
got
got
it?
2 clean notebooks.
That's cool. You might need the second one later.
Those are eyes of dedication.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
You ready?
He is ready.
Oh, I love
Man,
you.
hey, push him.
Push him.
Yeah. Hey,
Hey, push
push
him.
him.
Push him.
Yeah. No, not
Oh,
physically.
okay, my
But
bad.
I
You guys
understand.
I get it.
It's
I
live.
understand.
It's live. We got people watching. You know.
Yeah,
so-
the
sorry.
violence.
I'm serious.
No
bro.
violence. I
No.
apologize. YouTube apologize.
Jake, take away the dead air.
What? Oh, taking away the dead air. Let's see. Are you tired of using the same mashed potatoes for sexual lubricants?
Hey.
New from the makers of Tic Tacs, Nutella, Ferrero Rocher comes the original Screw the Tater, the only potato-based lubricant made for putting your French fry into some spudsy. Grab some Screw the Tater and let's see your potato face.
That's it.
See, I had a buddy. His name's Max, who writes spiff ads like that. And I asked him to write me a few spiff ads for when I have dead air.
Okay.
So that is the second one I've got to use of his, and I get to plug him on it. So anytime you guys hear those, I think that was the third one actually, but these are not my original jokes. These are written by somebody who does this daily.
Okay. That's nice.
I know you didn't ask for about the Screw the Tater ad, but we got it.
Yeah.
So Jake, how long have you been sober?
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Where? How long have you been coming to Willwork?
I haven't been to Woolworks for a while. I used to go when they were at the old location.
Okay.
And I was in a primary treatment, and so before I was in River Falls, Wisconsin.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I was going to a lot of meetings out there. Those were good ones, but home is out here, so
Yeah.
I'm back. So
Right on. Well, welcome back.
appreciate you.
I appreciate you and coming on the show and giving us this information that Mr. Bowers is your is your sponsor. So
Literally.
what brought how long you been coming to Willwork?
About a year and 3 months
Right on.
since I went to the Adult and Rehabilitation Center, Salvation Army.
Okay.
Shout
and
out.
then graduate. Shout out. Good program. I graduated from there and I just been coming ever since.
So can I dive into something a little personal because you guys Jacob, you led into it a little bit in the beginning. You guys were in prison together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where did you guys go?
St. Cloud.
Yeah.
First
St.
event.
Cloud.
We met in St. Cloud.
Intake.
Intake. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was there for. What was it? 2 simple robberies? 3? I can't. 2 simple robberies. Yeah, it was.
Where's my wallet?
Oh, he's good. Yeah, let me check my phone real quick. I got my digits right there.
Everything's there.
But yeah, so I think it was Christmas. He was right like 3 cells down, and we were locked in. I think it was the pandemic or whatever, COVID.
Okay.
And I was the only one that had canteen. I had like $100-something worth of canteen, and nobody had nothing. It's Christmas, and I was blessing everybody.
So you were
down the
Santa.
hall. I was basically Santa. I had like people, everybody was from like each side of the cells, like blessing them coffee, just it was a blessing.
Oh, here comes Tim.
I mean,
Hey,
get up.
oh god,
Tim, do you have anybody else that wants to get on?
2 more guys.
You have 2 more
Cool.
guys. All right, give us 3 minutes.
You're doing a good job.
you're doing great. Hey,
This is Ryan and Jake show. They're killing it.
listen, he was
3-minute warning for those next guys.
I take no credit.
He was gonna make me. He's like, I don't want to come out. I don't want to go in there. And he's like, oh, you go in there with your chew and your top lip, then I'll go in there. So I literally almost came in here with that, just to support this guy to get him in here. And that's what it looked like, hockey puck.
I always have one.
Straight
I've
country
always
boy.
have an upper deck in.
You know what?
Oh,
You know
God.
what's funny is
You
you
gotta
turn out to
switch
be
'em
my
every
favorite
time.
guest so far because you're hungry, and I can see that in you. You are hungry.
Yeah, I'm tired of that life, man. It's either life or death, and I got a kid, so
And you got a lot more to give to this life too, because you're still breathing.
Yep.
And I'm just guessing, but you probably shouldn't be, right?
Which
Ma-
time,
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
so many times.
Exactly. So you're still
So-
here for a reason.
Oh, he's gonna be fun to watch when he sponsors.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's gonna be fun. One step, hey,
One
baby
step.
steps.
I know. I understand that. Just the eagerness he's got and like the excitement, but he's also smiling through the whole thing. I'm like, oh, you're so remember that part, like because this isn't always gonna be fun. And that was actually taught to me. They're like, it's not always gonna be fun, and you can bitch and moan through it, but you gotta do it.
right.
Right. Like that's what my like not Ryan, but my previous sponsor had told me. He goes, you're allowed to complain as long as you do it.
Yep.
I
Yep.
was like, all right.
Facts.
I said, okay.
Whine and complain, argue, just show up, do it. Doesn't have to be
Nice.
perfect. It just has to be done.
So, and I pretty much whined to complain for a very short amount of time because I realized that was taking a lot of effort and I didn't care to do it anymore.
Right.
But sometimes I would still do it just for fun because I wanted a haha, not because like I actually had something to complain about.
Whichever one of you want it, or throw it away.
What do we
Something.
got going on here?
That way you know where
It's
the
a love
steps are
note.
in the book.
Oh my. There you go.
It's a love letter.
Please do that.
That way you know where
Listen.
the steps are in the book.
We can read together, but you'll probably be reading more. I'm just kidding. We'll read together. I wouldn't do
All
that to you.
right. So this should be once a week. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
You think so?
That's pretty-
It doesn't go that fast.
No.
No,
Oh no.
but it might.
It
but it
took-
probably doesn't.
It took me how many months? 4 or 5 months to get through work through the 12 steps. Hey,
To work through the 12 steps with my sponsor took me, and I'm going to take out the time that I sat and didn't do anything. So it took me about 18 months
oh my.
because I sat on my 4th step for 6
Oh.
months doing nothing because I was afraid of it. For what reason? No
because
reason.
you made it up in your head.
Yeah, well, I made it up in my head, or I heard people say, "Oh, it was so hard." It's not that big a deal. I know what I've done. I'm not trying to relive everything.
Okay.
I'm not trying to relive everything.
Right.
I'm just putting it on paper. I already know what I did. It's just some writing. When I'm done with that, if I don't want to tell somebody, throw it away. Whatever. I'm not doing 5 when I'm doing 4. I'm doing
Right.
4. If I get to 5 and I don't want to do it anymore, cool. I probably missed something at 4, but I can walk away. Nobody's holding a gun to my head. Not in AA, which is a good reason to stay.
That's a good reason.
Oh yeah, definitely good reason.
That's a good reason to stay, but I
Yeah.
can't have you guys stay any longer. But you both get 30
Yeah.
seconds to plug whatever you want.
Shout out to the Salvation Army and Twin Cities Wellness and Recovery Gym.
Shout out to my family, guys and Mariah, Jamel, Joel, Tyrone, Michaela, Savannah, Nevaeh, Maddie. Who else are we missing? I'm missing
Yeah.
Dwight, my dad, and that's
Eric
about it.
Logan.
I think Eric Logan. Am I
Eric
missing
Logan.
anybody else?
There we
I'm
go.
almost done. Am I missing anybody else? I'm good.
We had a little rap going there.
Wait,
you know?
yeah, I'm what?
There we go.
Oh, shizzle.
All right.
All right, you guys are actually a lot of fun. Will you check in with us again
Gentlemen.
next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. You
Great.
get more of us. I got you.
That's
Yeah,
great.
Stop
I
in
look
again
forward.
next week.
Shane
guys.
Bowers signing out.
Thanks, guys.
This time next week, you guys should have met already. You guys should have met and done some book work by this time next week.
Okay, yes.
There we go.
definitely.
There we go.
Thank you.
Sorry about that too. And they got these next two have a Kirby, so they can only be on with you for about. You guys got what'd you buy? 22.
Yeah.
940.
935, 940.
Oh, that's plenty of time.
Yeah.
Got
Okay. You look familiar.
Yeah, I was on here last
I
week.
it. You
know,
were
I
on here
know.
last week.
Hey,
Who were you
man.
again?
I'm Ryder.
Ryder.
Yeah.
Ryder.
I remember Ryder.
Yeah.
You were probably one of the first 2 or 3 guests that we had.
He was our first talking guest.
First talking guest.
Yeah, he was the second one to sit in the chair.
Because we had
You're our number 2.
Lala.
Lala. That's right. Lala was in that chair over there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And who do we got here?
Gilly.
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 Yep.
Yeah, let's get close to the microphone.
Gilly.
There we go. There we go.
Remember that microphone owes you money.
Oh yeah.
Everything
So-
owes us money.
Yep.
All right, so Ryder, check in. Last week, what's been going on with you?
Same thing, just hitting meetings and stuff like that almost every night.
Trying anything new? Any new meetings or just staying consistent?
I stay consistent with my meetings usually.
All right.
I like that.
I like that too.
hmm Let some people get to know you.
Yeah. Well, I'm new to the city, so I'm not from here.
hmm
Okay.
So I try to hop into the same meetings and stuff like that and try to meet people, get numbers.
I can't remember. Did you have a sponsor last week? when we
Yeah,
talked?
I've had a sponsor for. I've been sober 8 months today. I've had a sponsor since the first month I got into treatment. I did it right away.
Congratulations on your 8 months.
Yeah.
hmm
There was somebody on our show
Wait.
last week that didn't have a sponsor.
Are you the? I don't remember. Are you the one that why there's food here?
I know, but
Oh.
I'll take
Okay.
take it. Yeah.
Was
me.
it?
was me.
it 8 months or 10 months?
Somebody had
was
8
celebrating
months,
8 months. Okay.
And yeah, they brought a bunch of food, and then we brought food. So there's
Fire
just,
food.
Stop saying we.
we
You
did.
you brought food.
You brought it.
I mean, I physically brought it here, but
Yeah.
it was your idea. It was I was just picking it up.
It's a team effort.
It was a team
Yeah.
effort.
It was
It's
team
all about
effort.
team.
Sure,
It's all about team.
sure.
Shoulder to shoulder, we commence this program.
Yeah,
Amen.
I just don't want to take any credit for it. That's all. But when the other 3 people in the room are saying you take a little bit of credit, I'm gonna take a little bit of credit then,
Oh yeah.
because it's
Amen.
not about me. Because if I still refuse it, then it becomes my ego.
That's true.
Yeah.
But had you not said you were willing to do it, that pizza would not be here.
I'm sure it would have found its way here,
We would have gotten creative.
or just ask somebody else.
That's creative.
That's creative.
That's creative.
Yeah, that's creative.
That's the creative process.
Yeah.
I had to figure out the somebody else and then figure out what's in it for them and blah 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 blah
Free pizza.
It's here.
blah.
You can
So
have a piece.
did you guys have any of that pizza?
No,
Why?
because we
Because we-
smashed that other food out there.
Yeah,
Okay.
We
That's
that
good.
was-
That's a good reason why.
That came
Yeah.
first.
it's gonna give
Okay.
me something to take home.
Yeah, now he has something to take home.
I'm not counting on any of that stuff being left.
So Ryan has some questions, and I hope you guys are not prepared for them.
No, we'll shoot from the hip.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's what we always do.
That's what we good for.
Yep.
Ryder,
Yeah.
if you could pick up a certain skill instantly, what would it be and why?
The piano, because I don't look like it, but I like
was not
listening to
expecting
I
that.
like classical music.
Okay.
So like
Amen.
when I'm sick of listening to like rap and stuff like that,
Mhm.
I'll throw on like
Wisconsin or like Minnesota's like public radio,
Mhm.
and I bang out like Chopin and stuff like that.
Who's your favorite composer?
Probably Beethoven,
I love it. Can't go wrong with one of the goats.
especially if he's deaf.
Yeah,
And
that's
he can
that's
throw
the
out-
amazing part.
And he
That's
throws
the-
out bangers when he's
he
deaf.
does.
Like, come on.
I don't remember if it was a documentary or if it was an exaggeration in a movie, but I saw something of him going and he wasn't stopping on something that he wrote, and his producer or promoter or something had to like come stop him on the piano, and then he like waved to everybody and angrily walked off the stage
Because he was in a mode.
Yeah, he didn't want to
Yeah.
stop.
Who wrote who did Moonlight Sonata? I don't know the second word. I'm not going to even try to chop
Moonlight
and screw that
Sonata?
thing up. Yeah, Moonlight Sonata.
I have no idea, but I do have a Google machine in my pocket.
Amen.
And my teacher said I wouldn't be able to look up information when I was a kid.
Yeah,
You're not going
all-
to just have a calculator in your pocket at all times.
Yeah, take
all-
that,
you
Miss
wrong.
Dahlgren.
all because I skipped library class.
Or a pager.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna be wealthy enough for a pager.
Joke's on you.
The joke is on me. Hey, you know how women from the South are called a Southern Belle?
Yeah.
Like a classy woman
Right.
from South is a Southern Belle. So if a classy woman from Mexico, would that be called a Taco Bell?
Could be.
Okay.
Spicy one.
Spicy one?
Little crunch.
Little crunch to that rap.
Yeah.
What?
That was so stupid.
Oh, gordita
Yeah,
crunch.
you were Googling and I
Jake.
need to feel dead air.
Jake, taco. You can do so much better than Taco Bell.
That's why I have Max write them for me.
I don't know. I thought that was a good one.
Max
that's
wrote
decent.
that.
No, that Taco Bell one, that was mine.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm gonna
All the
fight
other
Max
ones,
for
all the
writing
other
that.
ones, Max wrote.
Okay, I won't fight you for writing that because that seems on par. But if Max wrote that, I'm gonna fight Max for writing that.
That was definitely me on
Okay,
par.
or you're covering for him.
No.
Or you better not cover for him.
No, I got all the written ads right here that he sent me,
Moving
and
too
not
fast. I
That's a
couldn't.
Taco Bell.
none
We're
of
not
it was about the
affiliated with Taco Bell.
No.
You know,
But we
no-
will
wanna
take
be-
sponsorship right now.
It was Beethoven. Beethoven wrote Moonlight Sonata,
Yeah, it's like one of my favorites.
or also known as Piano Sonata Number 14.
There you go. That's easier.
Wonderful, wonderful. Love that. What's a skill you learned when you were young that you still use today?
Poof. Talk. Got the gift of gab. I like, shit talking.
You like the shit talk?
Yeah, I like shit
Talk
talking.
shit
Yeah,
Tuesday.
Talk shit Tuesday.
Talk shit Tuesday.
I feel like you should have more to say about that.
Yep. Well, I like to uplift people.
Okay.
Being selling
With shit talk.
Yeah, with shit talk.
First, you got to break.
You got to break them down and then build them
Back up.
We're pretty good at that.
How did you do that today?
Oh, what was it? Wild Out Wednesday.
Yeah, I was off today.
Yeah, oh, he was off today. Yeah, we just talk shit. I'm serving at the
Who'd
line.
you-
We
no,
work in the
who'd-
kitchen at the Salvation Army.
Who'd you lift up with your talk? Because you just said you lift
a
people up.
lot of people.
There's,
A lot of people.
there's
like-
90 guys in there.
Yeah, 90
100
guys.
guys.
Do you? Good question. I got a follow up question with that. Then,
All right.
did you ever look? What do you ever like? Just watch one or two people's faces while you're talking?
Oh, all the time. Got
Okay.
to, yeah.
So did you see anybody's day get better? Because you can watch
Definitely.
somebody's
We
face.
make everybody laugh. Like that's what we try to do. We try to make people laugh all the time.
Good.
His laughter is the like
It's
people
a,
having a bad day and you talk shit to them and joke back and forth with them.
it's a great social
Oh,
lubricant.
Yeah.
It is for real. That's why one of the best part of my recovery is like getting in the kitchen at the Salvation Army, because we serve everyone. Everyone comes through the line and we just talk shit all day long. And it's great. Like there's a guy in the program with us right now. He can't talk,
Mm-hmm.
but like it's my roommate Dave. He talks a lot of shit though, but he has no voice box. But man, yeah, just getting him to laugh.
So does he sign all the shit talk?
Yeah,
Right
Oh,
here.
that's even-
right here.
right there, yup, right there. Yup. Yeah.
So how long you been clean?
On the 16th will be 13 months.
Okay,
Right on.
right on.
Yep.
So 14 months ago,
Ooh.
14 months ago,
Yeah.
would you have thought that the best part of your day or your week or your month would be going into a kitchen with 90 people?
No, not at all.
Why?
Not at all. Because I was on one. I was real
Because
bad at
that
it. Yeah.
sounds ridiculously dumb, doesn't it?
Yeah,
To like
for
be
real.
excited to go into a big sweaty kitchen
Yeah.
with a whole bunch of other sweaty people
Yeah, I
that
was,
probably a lot of them probably walk in there with some bad attitudes.
bad. Yep.
Yep. And your goal then is to try to basically herd cats.
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. I'm
Yep.
trying to herd cats by being irritatingly happy.
Yep. No, 13 months ago. So I
Get on the mic.
13 months ago, I got picked up. I was at my uncle's funeral. I was real bad in my addiction.
Mhm.
Got picked up by the cops. I had 3 warrants, felony warrants. They executed my probation. Did 8 months in the Ramsey County workhouse, and then by the grace of God, I got out. I got out 18 days early. Got out on Thanksgiving. Got back to the Salvation Army. First time I'm ever there with no court holds, no nothing. Like I'm there 100% on my own. Got there, and then it was just God, like a God moment. He brought me there. It was all about timing. My sponsor started a business. Got in with him. He mentors people. We mentor people, and then Ryder got there. 20 days after I did?
Yeah, Chris, right before Christmas.
Yep. So I got on Thanksgiving. He got it right before Christmas. We became roommates, and the rest is like a wrap. We got there and we just uplifted each other, uplifted the house. Brian's there with us, and we just, I don't know, just it's great being sober.
I'm hearing a common theme amongst all the guests tonight.
Yeah.
And this common theme that I'm hearing, correct me if I'm wrong, Jake. We don't really know what we want.
No.
We don't really know what we know a feeling we want to have.
Yeah.
We have no idea how to get that.
They know what they don't want anymore.
Like, I can say, I want this promotion, or I want to make more money, or I want to have more of insert anything here. It can be, I want more of this drug. I want more sexual partners. I want more whatever it is, because it's going to make me feel like this.
But
then when I get that thing, it might do that. But there's all these other things that come along with it that I didn't expect. Now I hate that thing that I thought I wanted.
Nope.
So you wanted to be happy and laughing all the time, and you had no idea that was going to come from a sweaty kitchen.
No.
There you go. That's what happens when you get out of God's way.
Yep.
A miracle.
Yeah.
That is a miracle right here, sitting on my right side. That's a miracle.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, I was just, I following the whole thing and understanding it right there about his miracle was in a sweaty kitchen.
Yep. Oh yeah. A brand new sweaty kitchen at Salvation Army.
And there's not 90 guys in there. There's like about 6 of us, but we serve about 90.
It feels like
but
90
like how fast
in a kitchen,
or how easy it would be to just complain about that sweaty kitchen.
Oh, it's one of the best jobs to have at the Salvation Army.
My back hurts, or I'm just so tired. I don't want to do this anymore. And instead, he's just like, how can I make this guy laugh?
Yeah.
How can I make this one laugh?
know?
If he doesn't laugh, that's okay, because I'm laughing.
Yeah. And he's probably gonna walk away laughing.
Yeah.
Like they always do.
Yeah, always.
And you know what? If he doesn't walk away laughing, he's going to walk away thinking about me. And you know what he's thinking? You know what he's doing when he's thinking about me? He's not thinking about himself.
Exactly.
Either way, it's good.
Yeah.
Get somebody out of their head for a little while.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the best thing you can do.
We're both mentors in the program too.
Good.
So there's like, what is it, about 10 mentors in the
Like
program?
8, 10, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Giving back to somebody else, expecting nothing in return.
Was like we try to, as soon as somebody new comes in, even if it's not our mentee, we as soon as we come in, like a new guy comes in and they're not our mentee, we still try to go up to them and like, make them feel comfortable, make them feel at home, let them know, man, if you're having problems, you come and talk to us, because people come in and out of them doors like it ain't nothing, like water running in a faucet. They're running out, because so we try to get them in there. We try to get them what they need, hook them up with clothes, and anything they need, like money, cigarettes. Like we try to hit their hands and stuff like that to make them more comfortable,
Just don't let them stand there thinking, right?
No,
no, because a
No
stagnant
thinking.
mind is a dangerous mind.
Absolutely. No thinking.
Yeah, no thinking.
Just do.
Our best thinking got us there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, for real.
Man, it's like I've heard that thousands of times.
Thousands of times.
It's almost like we wouldn't have had anything in common unless we were both in recovery.
Exactly.
There we go. And it's
Yep.
such a
Amen.
strong bond.
Yeah.
Because I know
That
you've
can't
been
be
through
broken.
it too. Even though that we come from different backgrounds, we
Yeah.
all know that struggle and that pain.
Yeah.
And that down feeling. And, we all come to the program at different parts in our lives and stuff like that. Some people might have everything, but inside they got nothing. They're
Sure.
spiritually
Yeah.
drained. They're emotionally drained. And I know how that feels. Like I had a lot on the streets and stuff like that, but I had a gun to my head multiple times where I
Mhm.
was like,
This seems better.
this is
Yeah.
I was on my
Yeah.
knees praying to God, either kill me or save my life, because that's where I'm at right
Mhm.
now. Like
Yep.
I can't do this anymore without
Question.
you.
Was your life ended or saved at that second when you were praying for it? Or did it happen later?
It-
From like the last specific time that you did that prayer.
it took me catching some charges.
So later,
Yeah,
Okay.
not very long though.
but
Like,
but later, not at that
well,
second.
when you pray, you don't get what you want
Uh-huh.
or how you want it, but God will give you that sign and
Sure.
he'll put you in the place that you need to be to have that desperation
Point
to bring you to
Mhm.
where
Yeah.
you need to go.
Absolutely.
And you got to put in work to get it too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not just like it's not just gonna come to you on a red carpet.
No.
Like when I prayed when I was in jail the whole time, like, all right, God, what do you want me to do? Where are you gonna send me? Boom, a door got slammed in my face. Like, all right, no, your early release got shut. You know, you can't get your early release. So I was like, all right, well, whatever. I'm gonna make me get it. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing my classes, started doing like decision points and doing all these extra things, like setting up celebrations to bring into the jails and all that. So I actually got to work instead of sitting down like, damn, I didn't get out. Like, fuck, what am I gonna do? Like, no, I put in the work. And the next thing you know, a day before Thanksgiving, I'm sitting in there, I'm looking up how to become a peer recovery specialist, looking online how to get my license back. My caseworker walks in the door and she was like, "Hey, congratulations! You get my email?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, how do I get an email?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Yeah, like, yeah,
I got that email.
And she was like, "Well, no, you got your early release." She was like, "They're calling Salvation Army right now. They're gonna come get you." She's like, "Probably it's Thanksgiving tomorrow. It's probably gonna be Monday or something like that. Like they don't come pick people up on Thanksgiving." I was like, "Listen, you calling Salvation Army right now?" I was like, "They're gonna be here tomorrow." Next thing you know, she said, "All right, they're coming to get you tomorrow," and it was a wrap. Thanksgiving Day. Only one to get
Wow.
out. Yeah, it was like a storybook. It still is. Like, it's wild.
So your will and God's will, while they might align, I'm going to go back to this. My timing is still going to suck a lot, and God's timing is perfect.
Every
Man.
time.
You have no clue what would have happened had you been saved, or if your life had been saved or ended at that second. If your life had been saved at that second, I mean, you know what happened if your life ended at that second. But if your life would have been saved at that second, you wouldn't be sitting here right now.
No.
You wouldn't be enjoying being in a kitchen and thinking that's hilarious that I'm enjoying being in a place that I used to look down on. I mean, I'm just assuming because I looked down on it at one point, and I had jobs like that in sobriety happily, and I loved it. I'd find whatever positive thing,
Yeah.
you know, it
Yep.
had nothing to do with me.
Exactly, and that's what it is too. At Salvation Army, like yeah, it's the kitchen job. Like we don't get to leave the building because one of the jobs is you get to go to the different stores and work at the thrift stores and all that. Like it's like I did that before. Like I'd rather work here and see all the new guys coming through the line, and you know what I'm saying. Just being someone that like if someone's down, they can come talk to. Hey, Gilly, what are you doing? What's going on? Like, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like whatever you've been through, I've been through more, probably 10 times worse. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If not, he has. You know, so being there is just like a blessing, especially there, first time ever. I'm there with no court dates, no cases, none of that. So it's like 100% on my own because I was just sick of doing what I was doing and blocking God's blessings. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it sucked.
It's fun, like seeing you guys come on here and talk and have that smile. Like you can hear the happiness in your voice as you're describing all of this.
It's great.
So, like, I could tell that you guys are actually experiencing genuine joy.
Yeah, for the first time.
For the first time.
For the first
The
time.
first time, you know, and since I can remember.
That's awesome.
Love
I hope you guys continue to come on the show.
Yeah,
we will.
We love. I love it. That's why I'm here again. I'm here
Every
first time
week.
last time, but I got pushed to the back this time. You know, sometimes
Save the best for last, you know.
Yeah, say the best for last.
Well, you gotta
Two
you gotta
champs.
you gotta,
Yeah,
you gotta
the fir-
start out strong. You gotta end strong.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. That's what we're doing in the program too. So at the Salvation Army program, they have an award that only 12 people get a year out of like thousands of people. So I got it. It's called the Beneficiary of the Month, and they give you a straight up championship belt.
A wrestling
Yeah.
championship
Like,
belt.
seriously?
10,
Yeah,
15
Can you
pounds.
hook me up?
We can't leave the building with it.
Ah,
You got to come through the
What
program. and you
building?
got to have people vote for you.
The Salvation Army on 900 North 4th Street.
okay.
It's a
Can I
rehabilitation center.
do it? Do I have to be like new in sobriety?
No, you can just come there, come to chapel. It's
And
open
I
chapel.
can like, but I can't leave the building with it.
You can't even get it unless they vote for you.
Ah.
Everybody in the house has to vote
Yeah,
for
it's
you.
voted
Do I have to
by
like
your
can I
peers.
like make a campaign poster for myself? I want that belt, man.
Yeah, that
Everybody does.
I want to be the
Everybody
champion.
does. So I got it like my second month there. So I got it, and then the next week or the next month he got it. So it was like it was
Wow.
pretty cool. Now this little kid got it. This kid Tristan, he got it now. So it stays in the kitchen.
And it stays.
Hey,
and we were all
hey,
roommates at
hey,
one time
yeah.
too.
Wow.
It's like a click.
Yeah.
And you guys,
It's like you guys rubbed off on each other a little
gotta
bit with
hang-
like, your positivity and
We do like so we don't. If people ain't serious about being sober and all that, we just kind of stay away from it. You know, You
Mhm.
gotta go where the winners are at. You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta
Like, that's
stick
why
with stick
yeah.
with the big fish, you know,
You know what
not
I'm
the
saying?
little fish that, we're big fish
Yeah.
when it comes to like being in sobriety and staying sober and stuff like that. Like we've already done all this crazy stuff, like when I got into the program, I opened up to him and told him what I was facing and stuff like that. And he's like, man, God's got your back, bro. I was facing the same charges that you're facing right now in 2019.
Yep.
Seriously?
And yeah.
And you're still here?
Yeah.
You still facing them?
I know.
No, he got blessed.
Yeah, I got blessed.
So I know God's gonna bless me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back then I blocked God's blessing. Like
Yeah.
I just after I got the downward departure and all that, I went back out.
Love that.
Yeah. So it was like I was just sick of,
I was talking about you last week.
Nice.
Ooh.
Decent.
Yeah.
Decent.
On my way home from doing the podcast last week, I called my dad.
Oh.
I was talking about you. Well, not just you, but he goes, well, I said there was guests. He goes, well, what do you mean guests? Like who? I said, people from this meeting that happened right before the podcast. Like one of our first two guests, he's going, what did you say? 90?
Like around, I don't know. They dropped the first degree intentional homicide,
Okay.
first degree reckless while I was
So in the
jail.
last week, that's dropped.
No. And then since I've been in the program, it's been a second degree reckless.
Okay.
So it went from over 100 to like 90-ish now or something like that.
Okay.
Like,
So
I don't even have a lawyer. I haven't been to a preliminary hearing. I got nobody helping me fight my case and stuff like that. Like I was putting motions in on my own. I was reading the law. You give me a tablet with the law library, I'm gonna fuck you up, because all I gotta do is sit in all I gotta do is all I do in jail. I don't watch TV. I read, I work out, and that's it. So I stayed in my cell writing motions and stuff like that, looking up case law. They give you the tools you need and the time. You have all the time on your hands to figure some shit out.
and you're in there thinking somebody's paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for this education.
I know. Like, all you gotta do is literally tablet, type in some cases that you're fighting and stuff like that, or like illegal search and seizures, or like 10-day time limit. Like you have a 10-day time limit to bring me a preliminary hearing. Well, they didn't do that. Okay, you got 90 days to bring me to a speedy trial if I request it. Well, they went over all that kind of stuff, and I was in court every week, every other week, just firing on this stuff. And they like one time I was in front of the judge, and I was spitting off this like pro se motion, and she ended me on the court in the middle of my pro se motion. Well, that's a violation of my First Amendment right there. So like, because other people can hear me as I'm spouting off these motions and the stuff that they're illegally doing in Wisconsin right now. And it wasn't me that put me onto this. Somebody else put me onto this. So I was blessed to be able to get somebody else's advice, take it and run with it. And I think I gave them some hell, and they're like, well, get this dude out of here and send him to treatment.
They don't like to be challenged.
No.
But yeah, I was talking about you a bit, partly because, and I went into more detail about you, more being like 10 seconds of detail, but a little more about you, just because in Lake of the Woods County, he used to, I don't know, I think he still does, bring meetings to the prison or the jail in Lake of the Woods County. But he would always end up sponsoring a guy or two from there. And one of them he brought to live with him in Baudette when he got out for, I don't know, like a year or 6 months, however long he was there. He was there until he left. He left on his own. I don't even know if he still talks to him or not, but he goes, he said, oh man, I don't think I've ever heard of any of them letting somebody out like that and that much time hanging over his head. And then now this week, the very next week, something similar, and it's not hanging over your head anymore.
Yep.
Because I'm assuming because you're just doing the next right thing and not trying to control your life.
Exactly.
You got to change your voice a little bit because they can't see your face.
All right. Well, I know you guys.
God is good, bro. God is good
all the time.
All the time.
Who wants to plug first?
They looked at each
They
other.
looked at each other. They're trying to give it. Hey, you made more of a motion. What do you want to plug?
Plug Salvation Army ARC. We're struggling. That's the place to go. 900 North 4th Street. We're there. Just come on in if you're struggling.
Say that one more time into the microphone.
Yep, best
That's
kitchen crew in
important.
the world. 900 North 4th Street.
Okay.
Salvation Army ARC.
Because you're a believer.
Yep.
Because it worked for you.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was gonna plug that. He's supposed to plug the other one because he knows it off the cuff.
You
What's
should have
Mike's
gone
business?
first.
Oh yeah, the All For You Cleaning
All For You Cleaning
LLC.
Okay.
LLC,
Okay.
where sober addicts are coming in and cleaning apartments and stuff like that. You know,
Mentoring people.
getting them jobs, helping them out. It's a new business that started up within the last year.
Yeah, my sponsor.
That's his sponsor.
Yep.
Right on.
Just
So,
you
yeah.
know, it's a beautiful thing.
There you go.
Addicts helping addicts get off their, you know,
Absolutely.
get up, get out, and go get it.
Absolutely. Love it.
Beautiful.
Yep.
I've known a few guys who've done stuff like that with businesses. One with a farm, actually.
Yep.
That I live down in Prior Lake, Scott County.
Yeah.
There's south of me. It's a lot of open area, some farms.
Yep.
Is this
Up
dude?
your alley.
Yeah, I know. I'm from Wisconsin. My parents got 140 acres,
Okay.
like cabin rental and stuff like that.
Yep.
So like,
Yeah, there was this guy that used to go to meetings there that he had this farm and he would I don't remember what he called it, but he would bring in troubled boys, and they would work on his farm.
trouble boys.
Yep.
Trouble boys.
He wouldn't bring in trouble girls.
No, well,
Because that's
Be in trouble.
it sounds
they'd be in
worse.
trouble. Yeah.
He'd be in trouble. But like this is boys that that had drug problems that want, and this is a place for them to be sober, have something to do, and he'd sponsor all of them. My dad is now part of a sponsorship tree where he just ran into one of those boys that's now a fully grown man. I think he's older than me.
No longer a boy.
No longer a boy.
I'm a real boy. He's a man now.
But he's still sober.
Amen.
And he's still happy, and he's sponsoring guys, and he doesn't look like he ever used. That's
doing
the
the thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like when he talks about that he used all the things he used to do to somebody who's not initiated, so to speak, who's not in recovery. They're like, really? I can't even imagine you drinking. What a gift to hear.
Yeah.
I got to tell you.
Yeah, we got some of them, like a couple people were there at Salvation Army that don't use or not, they're just there because they're homeless and all.
Mhm.
So we help all walks of life. You know what I'm saying?
So if you
Stru-
need just help with
It'll bring
anything,
you
yeah.
it will bring you closer to God.
there you go. Help with anything.
with anything.
Love it.
Yep.
Well, gentlemen, I hope to see you next week on the
Yeah, of
show.
course,
I know
of
you got a
course.
boogie, and I won't hold you up anymore. But thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Yeah, man. I
Thank you.
appreciate you having us
Yeah,
on
amen.
again.
Yeah.
Having me on again. This is
Yeah.
firsty.
Yeah, we'll see Gilly back on again.
Oh,
Ryder,
yeah.
we'll see you for a triple crown.
All right.
Yeah,
Appreciate
triple
it.
round. Gentlemen, thanks for coming on the show. Love it. Putting me on the spot now.
Yes,
I got a face for radio. I don't know why you want to do that to people.
because I also have a face for radio. And
Fair.
if I start off the show on camera, you should end the show on camera.
Fair. Jake, what would you like to plug? Wait. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Break out my trusty paper.
Just real quick, I want that animal one. I know exactly what I want to be. I'd want to be a millennial couple's pet dog.
I did not ask you.
I know, but like
That was somebody else's question.
I know,
You
but that's
little
what popped
thief.
into my head, and I was like, "Oh, it's such a good answer."
What is your favorite magical or mythological animal?
Magical or mythological?
Yep.
All right, so my favorite magical or mythological it is. So I'm a big nerd.
That's why I picked that question.
Yeah, and my favorite is an Aarakocra.
I don't think anybody knows what that is.
Probably not, unless Max
Describe it.
is listening.
Max wouldn't listen to us.
Well, he would if he knows his skits are on here. So Aarakocra is it's a D&D character. It's a class, or it's a race that you can select, and it is a bird person
Oh, so like from Rick and Morty?
from Rick and Morty.
Bird person.
Exactly that.
Mhm. That's a great character. Emotionless.
Well, no, they can actually have emotions.
No,
You-
on
you-
Rick and Morty.
on Rick and Morty,
Bird
yes, but
person.
you can actually have charisma as an Aarakocra.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, a bird person on Rick and Morty is emotionless, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm just making sure. It's been like I don't know. It's been over a year since I watched Rick and Morty, but also I'm staring at Rick all night on your microphone.
Oh my gosh, I forget that he's there. Like,
Oh, I don't. I'm pleased every time I look at that because he's just he's Rick. I can't say he's this or that. He's Rick. He's Rick.
We gotta get other.
Morty.
We gotta get a Morty. We gotta get a Mr. Meeseeks. Mr. Meeseeks.
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 I used to have Mr. Meeseeks socks. They have holes in them. What kind of socks do I have on?
Ugh.
Funyuns.
Funyuns.
Not
You-
as-
oh, that's right.
not
You
as fun.
always have some kind of fun socks on.
Yeah, I like to express my inner nerd with my socks. And sometimes my shirts, but always my socks. I don't have any plain colored socks. They all have something on them. I'm either advertising for something or it's some kind of nerd something.
Kari got me my first pair of fun socks because I always gotta wear business style socks for work.
Why? Don't you wear pants?
Well, I do.
Well, then your pants cover the socks.
But like whenever I'm sitting down, like they show a little bit.
Who cares?
But she got me SpongeBob and Patrick socks.
Good. It's a conversation starter, Jake.
Yeah.
Wear those to work.
Yeah.
Wear those, or I don't know, Iron Man, teenage. I just got some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle socks, and not like the new stuff. The new stuff's kind of cool, but I like the original cartoon because that's what I grew up on. Because I'm old,
All the older millennials love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
and the younger ones too.
See, I never watched any of the shows. I know. I'm sorry.
What's the matter, you?
What's the matter with you?
Nothing. What's your favorite kind of sandwich? Because I know you love those.
Oh, peanut butter and banana.
Seriously?
Yeah, with honey.
That's a lot of sugar.
It is. So I've been using the
I like
no
those
sugar-
too. I make those.
So if I do the no sugar added Jif, then I add honey to it.
I miss peanut butter. Kind of. No, I don't. I'm fine without it.
I love peanut butter.
It didn't complete. It took away my back pain until I've got these herniated discs now. So now I want you to plug something, Jake.
All right. I am going to plug Robbinsdale Alano is having an event called Gopher Palooza, and it is Saturday, May 17th, the weekend before, or the Saturday before Gopher State. And it's going to be barbecue. There's going to be yard games. I believe I'm trying to talk my sponsor into yes.
What kind of barbecue? Like cooked stuff with sauce or actual barbecue?
Like we're going to have a grill, and we're going to make brats and hot dogs and hamburgers and
Okay. So you're going to have an actual barbecue.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
There'll be all those great things. There's going to be yard games. I'm trying to talk my sponsor into doing lawn darts.
Isn't that dangerous?
Yes,
Good. You should do it.
that's why I'm trying to talk him into it.
Oh, you want to play with your sponsor, not like letting it come there, but actually have your sponsor play?
Well, that I'm trying. He
Ooh.
owns the lawn darts,
Jeff?
and I'm trying to get him to bring them.
Jeff, run. When you hand him a dart, run. Or human shield.
Or human shield.
Use a human shield.
Yeah,
It's not going to pierce two of you.
I've got plenty of other
Let it-
sponsy brothers.
Let it. You don't want to stab your sponsees. You're trying to get them better.
No, my sponsy brothers.
Oh yeah, they're fine. Stab them.
Yeah, yeah. He's got plenty of other sponsees that he can use. So
Come on, Jeff. You have some to spare. I like Jeff.
I do too.
Jeff is a fine young man.
So yeah, May 17th, Saturday from 12 to 4. We are going to have the motorcycles are encouraged to show up. There's barbecue, there's games, there's going to be people that are selling things to benefit Gopher State funds.
Things.
Yes, like I know someone does ice dyes.
Socks.
If you want ice dyed socks, you can get ice dyed socks.
I just want cool socks.
So there'll be that. There's going to be somebody does jewelry. There's going to be a lot of paintings and such and so forth. So just
Can
come on
somebody
by.
paint characters on socks?
I'll paint characters on.
Not
socks.
you.
Well,
You're
said
not
somebody.
artistic.
I'm autistic.
Artistic.
Same thing.
Not same thing.
I think we're saying the same thing.
We're not saying the same thing. They sound similar. They couldn't be any more different. You gonna ask me a question?
I am.
I feel lucky. I feel lucky. Whoa, it's not hard. Just pick one, man. We can't have dead air.
What is your favorite meal to cook and why?
Ooh.
Yeah, see, I saw that and I was like, that's a random
yeah.
question.
My favorite meal to cook and why. I can go two different directions with this, so I'm going to go both directions because I make up my own rules. So I love making my tacos because I like making my 2 different salsas. All of this is by hand, by the way. I do not make the tortillas by hand because
As opposed to what, by foot?
as opposed to buying them in the store.
Okay.
I have to be standing on my feet to be able to cook.
Oh, well,
I do.
not all people have to.
Yeah, I didn't say all people. I said I do.
Yes.
I have to be standing to be able to cook. I've
It
tried.
was a good clarification.
I've tried cooking.
Like I said, I'm artistic.
You are autistic. A little bit. Level 1.
Yeah, diet.
So you don't know what that means.
No.
Okay. Undiagnosed, self-diagnosed. That's dangerous. Don't
No,
self-diagnoose yourself,
whatever
people.
therapist lady I've been talking to, she says that ADHD is on the spectrum, and she says I've exhibited I can't find the words.
ADHD is a spectrum. It's not on the spectrum. It is a spectrum.
Look, I have to do a follow-up appointment, and that aspect is kicked in, so I haven't done. She wants me to do tests.
Don't make me do stuff. That's the look you just gave me.
Yeah, it
Don't-
doesn't. Don't make me do
don't
stuff.
make me do
I mean, I'll
stuff.
do the stuff, but just don't make me remember to do the stuff.
I want you to do this stuff.
Like if
Lee.
she showed up at my front door and was like, "We're doing this," I'm like, "Okay, we're doing this." But if she says, "Remember to follow up and schedule a follow-up appointment,"
What are
in
you
a
going to
month?
do to your front door?
No,
What needs to be done to it?
nothing right now.
Okay. Well, anyways, I like making the taco. It's very labor intensive because it's a lot of chopping and slicing for the salsas. But I like making it because it yields a lot, and it brings a lot of joy to people. Because while it's labor intensive and I'm pretty tired at the end of it, watching joy on people's faces takes the tired away and takes the muscle pain in whatever part of my back from standing in one spot and cutting and chopping, takes that away too.
If I threw you some money, would you make your tacos and
No.
stuff for the barbecue at Robbins?
No, I can't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm very poor right now and I need
So I said if I threw you the money.
Yeah, no, I'm very poor. I'm not it's not for the money to make them. It's because the money I'm going to lose by not working. I'm very poor right now, Jake, because I'm on workman's comp, which is only 2/3 of my income. And that's just, it's not enough. So
I
I
understand.
must DoorDash.
I understand.
I'm very grateful to live in a time where I can DoorDash.
Yeah,
Just a few extra pennies to pay small bills and to put gas in the tank and entertain the kid.
So you said you're going to go 2 ways because you can make up your own rules. What's
Yep.
the other way you're going to go?
My favorite one to make is my stir fry.
I don't think I've had your stir fry.
You have. Maybe you haven't. I shouldn't say you have. I used to make it on like a 5 or 6 week schedule at the old Monday meeting.
Okay.
And I would be able to adjust everyone's spice because I have to make each plate to order. What I do is I'd par cook some stir fry vegetables, and then I'd have the meat separate. I'd have some white rice. I would make my own sauce. That'd be hoisin based. There's always vegetarian hoisin, just because it's a more adaptable flavor. That's what I'm looking for. It's more adaptable. I can do more with like a vegetable base or a vegetable soup than I can like
I didn't know hoisin sauce wasn't vegetarian or wasn't meat based.
I didn't know either until I read it.
Okay.
I wasn't looking for it, but I happened to find out. But anyways, so I'd make my own sauce, and then I'd have when it's serving time, I have these 2 hot pans going, and I ask people, what their spice level is. If they say I want extra spicy, then I do a full teaspoon of garlic chili paste in with the stir fry. And I throw the vegetables and the meat and then a ladle of the sauce, and stir fry it up, and then pour it over the rice. And I love it. It's just a lot of fun for me because I get to flip the food. I like flipping the food.
I would like to eat that.
Yes, you would. I kind of want to cook it right now because it sounds like fun.
If you could hang out with any cartoon character, who would you choose?
I really want to say Rick from Rick and Morty, but I don't because I'm pretty sure he'll kill me.
What about Morty from Rick and Morty?
No, he'll get bored and walk away, or he'll introduce me to his grandpa, who will kill me. for not being part of his plan.
Then just go with this plan.
You're not part of my plan today. How do I become part of your plan? You can't be part of the plan when you're asking to be part of the plan. And then I'm done. See, it's that quick. He doesn't, warn you or ask or anything. Just,
I mean, at least he's not like a cat that has to like long torture until you die.
yeah, that makes it better.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't make it better.
So who would it be?
A cartoon character?
Yeah.
Man, that's tough. So many come to mind. Charles Xavier. What?
I'm sorry.
Say it
Who?
exactly like that again, please.
I can't. That was in mid yawn.
Who? Charles Xavier.
From what?
Professor X.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Super fan.
I forgot. You're a nerd like I am, just different flavor.
Yep. Different flavor, but same taste.
All right. So you want to plug anything before we say goodbye to our audience?
My daughter's about to turn 4.
Woo!
Yeah.
Time is flying.
Yeah, it's flying. She's going to turn 4 on the 21st. So I'm plugging Ophelia Maybell Hansen.
Maybell.
That's her middle name, Maybell. Her mom chose it.
Okay.
It's a good choice. I'm going to have a birthday party for her. I sent you an invite.
You did.
Yeah. Are you going to be there? It's on Sundays
It's
after
Sunday
Gopher
after
State.
Gopher State,
Yep.
yeah.
It's Sunday after Gopher State in my backyard.
Yeah.
You're encouraged to bring a dog if you want.
Okay. I just got to balance that between that and my home group.
That's true. Starts at 3. Bring your home group.
Bring my home group.
Bring the home group. Have the meeting in my backyard.
Well, that's because half my home group is within your sponsor tree.
Really?
Yeah, there's that bald guy and then his sponsee that
That bald guy?
I'm trying to keep some anonymity.
Okay, fine.
There's that bald guy, and you know who I'm talking
Yep.
about. And then he's got his sponsee who got 20 years.
I thought you forgot his name.
No.
I was going to give you shit.
And then that guy, he's got like 3 or 4 sponsees there. I mean,
Yeah,
and
that
bald guy also has a couple of newer guys too.
The one who just got 20, he likes to sponsor.
He does.
Yeah. I like him.
I do too.
Nice.
I remember when I was brand new and I was sitting next to you in a meeting,
Poor guy.
this new stint, right?
Mhm.
I was sitting next to you in a meeting and I leaned over because he was opening up his big book and he was getting ready to share. And I was like, Ryan, his big book is beat to shit. And you said, if his big book's broken, that means he isn't.
Yep. Facts.
And I say that same thing because I had somebody in a meet like that the Monday night meeting that him and I go to that are full of newcomers. Somebody said that exact same thing to me
Yeah.
about the same guy.
Isn't that
And
funny?
I
That
said-
comes full circle.
Yeah, I got to say it right back to him.
Hmm. Because I said that to my sponsor
Really?
at one point. Yeah. I was like, wow, why doesn't he buy a new big book? That thing's beat to hell. He goes, if the big book is falling apart, he's not.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what? Huh? What? It took me a little while to think.
Yeah.
I was dumb back then. Wow. I'm still kind of dumb, but I mean, I'm a little bit smarter, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Mine's not falling apart yet, but I know my first 164 pages are much darker than all the other pages. So
Hmm.
I'm like, hey, look, I could actually see some wear into my book now.
I have been babying the book that I used to walk through the steps with my sponsor and to walk my first, I don't know how many sponsees. I used it I used it on you I don't know if you were part of the first 50. You were probably part of the first 50. I don't know. Either way, I had to stop using it to walk sponsees through because like it was like all the pages were going different directions. They're all trying to leave. So I still have it. And sometimes I still break it out, but only when I need to reference where I was. Like, look at how much I was I don't feel like I'm highlighting enough. I'm being like, well, I didn't feel like that either. Look, this is how much I highlighted until I got here, and then I highlighted the whole chapter.
Yeah, my book is I have different colors of highlighters. So
Oh,
my first time through was pink. My second time through was orange.
girl, you fancy.
And then when I went through the third time and we looked for directions, I did that all in yellow. So I'm able to reference of like, yeah, look at the way it changed as I went through the book.
Mhm. You know how I go through it again?
Sponsoring.
Yep. this doesn't have to be true for everybody, but this is true for me. My sponsor told me, because when we were getting close to end, I'd hear people like, I'm going to go through my steps with my sponsor again. Why? Well, because I want to. There's something more that I need. So I said, hey, you like, do you want to start over? Maybe we should go again. He's like, no, I'm not doing this with you again. And I thought he was going to be like, you're too difficult. And I was going to like puff up my chest and feel all egotistical about that. And he goes, no, if you want, quit being fucking selfish. It's my time. It's not your time. I already gave you my time. I don't give you any more of my time. And he does talk like that when he gets on one. He doesn't want to let me get a word in edgewise. He keeps repeating the same thing. Like he repeats it like 4 or 5 times and like the same thing, but in different ways.
Do you have the same sponsor still?
Yeah.
So my favorite thing about him is when he gets on those tangents, he starts to look away, and then you can see that he's getting in that thought. He goes, no, not now, not today.
Yeah. Not for nothing, but I actually haven't talked to him for quite a while. I'm just realizing that.
Oh, I saw him last week.
Really?
Yeah, he got a new truck.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
Actually,
and then he hit a turkey with it.
I like that truck.
It's a good truck.
Yeah. So, anyways, he said, if you want to go through the steps again, you bring somebody else through the steps. You've already gotten all you can get out of it from me. If you want something more, you got to go through it with somebody else, and you go through it with somebody else by teaching it to somebody else. That's how you get more out of it than they're going to get out of it. And then he looked at me and he pointed at me. I got more out of this than you did. Okay, that made sense.
True.
That made sense.
I have a 100% success rate with my sponsees.
Yeah, me too.
You knew where I was going with that.
Absolutely.
You took that away from me.
Absolutely. Took it from you. You took it from me.
Did I?
Yes.
I don't know where I heard. It's not my original thought, but I have 100% success.
I remember where I heard it, but I also remember saying that to you a lot. You know who I said that to a lot more than you was Little Jake. Remember him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I hang out with him still.
You do?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Me and him usually get together once a week and play Magic.
I am happy that he's alive.
Yeah.
Because not that I thought he was dead, but I don't know.
No, so he has a house about a mile down the road from me.
Oh, awesome.
And him and his longtime, well, you could say wife at this point, but because he's
I won't.
native, they don't get married.
Oh, he's native?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
But
I feel bad right now.
Yeah, him and his lady have been together for like well over a decade, longer than Kari and I have been together, and they have 2 wonderful children.
Am I a bad person?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. It just proves the point that like nobody thinks about you as much as you think about you.
Man, I'm self-centered, or at least I was then. I'm still am, but more so then.
Yeah, he's got 2 great kids.
Wow. How old are they?
Let's see. Oren is.
Don't say their names.
Sorry. It's like 12.
Oh.
Or 11, about 12.
Damn. I think about him sometimes, actually, and that's never stopped. And it's not just recently. I ever since I stopped working with him, I never stopped thinking about him. I liked him.
Yeah, he's a great dude. I hang out with him all the time.
So he's a good man now?
Very good.
Because when I knew him, he was a good kid.
Yeah, he's a good man.
I like that.
Yeah.
Tell him I said hi.
His daughter has the same artistic gene that he has.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. She makes a lot of arts and does.
Does his mustache still make him look like a 12-year-old?
No.
Or does it come in now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it fits his face correctly now.
Good. Well, Jake, it's been real.
It has been.
But I don't want to be sitting this close to you any longer.
That makes total sense.
Okay.
I'll see you next week.
Yeah, if not sooner.
All right. Well, join us all next week when we come back for episode 3 of Rule 62. Everybody have a great night. Stay safe and make sure you do whatever you need to do to get back here and see us again.
Peace out.